I had 2 of those silver dollar ones in there, but I put 4 or 5 to 6, I think, of the little goldfishies, or like the little supposed to like the glow in the dark looking ones. Those all died. My silver dollars one lived. For some reason, those silver dollars can outlast anything.
Oh, Mike Sampson was in here first, and Catfishing Dreams, Country Catfishing, JB's in the house. Let's see who else. JP3, Robert James.
Yeah, there's J-Dog.
Country Catfishing, and of course, we cannot forget J-Dog.
Yep.
I call him
the
JB. You rather call him that other name?
You're gonna have to help me with the chat because I'm gonna keep the chats off.
All right.
Okay.
We'll get
I can see that way. I can see a little better.
All right. If Avid does have to run out, you'll just have to turn yours back on because I don't have any way to pin them up for you to see.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. That's fine.
So I should be good.
We'll come across that bridge if we need to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I have to.
Stan, does the rods behind me look good?
I like it. Those are the ones you were talking about today. It looks like, right?
Yeah. I've got the three Berkeley big games that my brother Timmy from Chesapeake sent me, and then this one is.
Go check him out.
Yeah, definitely check him out. I spent 2 weeks taking all his videos for 2020 and making a highlight reel for him. It's 20 something videos that I went through editing.
All right,
he's going to use that for his intro, I think.
Yeah, he was killing the lives out there with Mama Drew and just energy, the way he talks, his excitement. You always got Mama running around doing something, and that's why I love.
I don't know if you saw it, but did you see one of his? I think it was his one of his lives. She lost his cast net into the water.
I don't know how I missed that one, but yeah, I missed that one. I hope it made the highlight reel. I hope.
No, we didn't see it. I can hear him. You can hear him yell at her, going. She's like, I lost it. And he's like, you did what? You lost my net.
That's funny.
I had a customer here yesterday on the lot wanting to learn how to throw a female customer wanting to throw a cast net. I took one of my old ones that's tore up, but not that bad, and I showed her how to throw it. Her bad timing was her husband was coming in the gate with a pickup. That cast net went right across the windshield.
That would have been funny on the video.
Yeah, you ought to seen him freak out. He slammed on the brakes and he jumped out of that truck like, what the hell are you doing? This is I didn't throw it. She did. He goes, I know. First time she throws it perfectly, 8-foot diameter, right across the full length of the windshield.
Gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I guess.
Hey, just jumping back to the people that came in, Hooks and Hammocks. Hooks, awesome. The donation at CatCon, putting it out there. And I believe it was our own Katie Collins that won that the
$100.
You won.
Yeah.
So
2 of them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We got Justin, Thomas Littlepage, Mark Clark, and you got Serena and Thomas Littlepage. Great, they're in everybody's. Thank you all. Thank you for that support. Mark Clark, great to see you. 2 stands fishing 3. Got to pop up the deuces for my son there.
Fisherman, Jake. Awesome flathead you caught. Keep it up. They can only get bigger.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Abbott. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, he puts the time on the water. He was out 7 days this week, and that's what it takes. Just because there's
Oh,
big
yeah.
fish, just because you've got big fish in the water, and Avid, you know the same thing. It takes time. It takes you got to keep going. You got to keep learning.
Yeah, you ain't gonna just go out there one day and catch the biggest one. I mean, it's gonna take time on the water to catch that one.
I mean, there's always going to be.
Before we get into this before we get into you talking about a little bit about yourself, I want to reiterate something Epic said the other day in your live stream.
Yeah.
Dam is a mecca of breeding grounds for big cats.
Where at?
Down below Alton Dam.
Okay, yeah.
In Illinois.
Yeah.
He tells me I should be landing big cats here all the time, but I'm playing Russian roulette on that river with the current flows. If it's running about it, you ain't going to catch them. You got to catch it right when the water's right at a certain speed where you can get your bait to drop and stay where they need to be put.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you brought that part up because you know what Epic is. Tim Scott there. What some of his basic the basic 101 catfish equation is current, and you just hit it right there. If the current's not right, you can't catch them.
I would go right. I would go right to his honey hole, anchor down, and hit them 100-pound cats.
Oh yeah,
I know exactly where his honey hole is on that river. If I had a big enough boat to anchor down on and the donkey weights, I wouldn't even need donkey weights. I just put the donkey baits out there and catch them big cats.
Yeah, but you know that's the you can't. The man made his sacrifices, put in his time, did his studies, and take that knowledge that he's passing out and run with it. Fishing with Big Mike, thank you, John Boy's Catfishing. Can't forget Justin from Justin's Fishing Fetish, Muskrat, Roger. You know the River Warriors out there, Muskrat, Skip, and Zach. Oh, yeah. Keep doing what you're doing.
Roger needs to holler at me, see if we can go fishing.
Twisted Fishing TV. Thomas, no, it was just, you know, it was one of those days. The cold front came in and we had that warm front all week, and it just kind of, you could feel the difference today from yesterday. It just, nothing. So God bless her, Maddie, my 11-year-old granddaughter. She was out there 5 hours today in the pouring rain. First couple of hours, it was 40 degrees. And she managed to stay out there 5 hours. So
that's awesome.
I give her all the props for that. My child would not do that.
She wants it. She's as dedicated as her father, so she'll be landing some big ones within this next year or so. But I think we're caught up, Avid. I think we're caught up with Jay's Catfishing. Thank you. I think we caught everybody. If we missed you, very sorry. But we'll get you on the next round. Go ahead.
Jay's Catfishing and also Jose's Catfishing. The meet and greet would be the third week in May, the 20th through the 24th. I will send you the information in text. But Kelly, give us a little past history on how you got started in YouTube and in catfishing.
Well, I mean, as I was on stands before, if most of them have seen it, fishing wise for me, I've fished my entire life, but most of mine has been creek wading. I've done a few catfishing here and there off the docks and stuff like that around here, but nothing serious. But watching my brother more and more, and then getting into his live, seeing it, and then watching Stan and everybody else, and getting into Chunky and Mark 2.0 and Has and all them, it's lit me more to go after it, because to me, I think that's more where I need to be. I mean, I can creek wade all I want, but I mean, I'm never going to get anything big, anything to brag about.
You know, those are important things, though. Also, you know, when you start moving up into, like, we say catfishing, we need bait. So creek fishing. One of my favorite videos of Epic's is when he was actually fishing the banks of a creek, catching suckers for bait. So throw that in there. We love to see that stuff.
Yeah, my brother Tim was doing that too on one of his lives. One of his videos was creek waiting for bluegill, sunfish.
And, not to cut you off there, but we got Norm from Catfish Headhunters. Thank you for coming in. Lyle, Catfish Weekly, Rocco, Bobby Newton. Man, everybody is just here to see the Bullock experience tonight. Awesome. Mark from Catfish and Crappie.
I don't know if they're here to see me or not.
Oh, well, of course, you're the guest tonight. It's your night, my friend.
It's all about you.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not put out anything good. I mean, all I've done was skunk, except for the other night, but it was after the live went off.
But hey, it's all about getting to know a new face and getting to see who's who.
Yeah, we put a little small, probably about that big. I'd say probably a good that big of a little sauger is all we caught the other night.
That's still dinner.
Yeah, we threw it back because it was too small.
Yeah, do you bank fish or do you boat fish?
I prefer bank, but hey, I'm game for a boat. I am. I'm game. I'm game for any kind of boat. I'm gonna do a little bit of kayak fishing this year. One of my cousins got some kayaks, and we're gonna hit it hard doing some kayak stuff. But I'm gonna do mostly my stuff from the bank, unless somebody wants to invite me out and go fishing off a boat. I think me and Lee Evans are going out Saturday. We're going fishing Saturday off the boat.
That is awesome. That is awesome. The connections you make here with this catfish family that we have, just amazing. I've already we've went out with Skin and Scales a couple times. We went out with us. Go ahead.
Go on. Bye-bye.
But Stan 3's had some of his friends show up, and we went out in their boats. And I've said it: if you got somebody that says, "Hey, you want to go out in the boat?" You jump in the boat and go.
Yeah, absolutely. I went down to we went down to Chattanooga and kayaked and canoed all the way back up to Cumberland Falls. I took my fishing poles with me and fished. I didn't catch anything, but it was just the fun of it.
Yeah. Well, Kelly, this time of year it's tough. Like I said, we were out there 5 hours today. Stan 3 was out there every day this week. He caught a couple here and there, but it wasn't until Saturday night. Realville Catfishing went out with him. They went out in Stan 3's boat. They did the gill net, got some fresh shad, found the right water, the right spot at the right time, and bam, that's what happened. So, you're doing what you need to do. You're in everybody's chats. You're showing the support. You're going out there when you can, and that's a great start.
I'll get a little bit more coming up. Wife and child are getting ready to go with their family for a wedding, heading to Florida. So I'll be home alone for about a week.
I know what you're going to be doing.
Well, other than sleeping on the days that I got to get up real early, I'll probably be on the bank somewhere fishing.
I'm surprised you don't have a cot out there with a sleeping bag the way you can be fishing and going to work from there.
Yeah, I know. I still have to come home. I got to load up the trailer up every day.
Well, hey, that don't mean nothing. You can get up at 4 o'clock in the morning from the bank and load up and come home.
That's true.
Hey, we had a bunch of more people come in. Mo Creek, Alan Pershala, Maurice, Tim Molina. Can't forget Tim Molina and Maurice and Jason Lamb and Mo Creek, and we've got Mad Catter. Just amazing group of people coming in. Alan Dittmeyer.
Yeah, that's
Catfish Pirates. Okay.
Catfish Pirates.
Cool.
Well,
I don't think I've seen him in the chats before.
Oh yeah, he's one. He comes in here and he'll be doing coming in after Serena. Well, the week after Serena, I'm going to try to get him in because he's going to be going over a catfish tournament that he's going to be throwing out.
Okay.
Letting everybody know about it and what's going on with it. So, real quick, anybody that knows I'm starting to do this catfish box once a month, I have a PayPal link down in the description below. So if you want to make donations there, you can. And there's a PayPal link for Katie Collins. You can donate to her if you want or need to. So,
yeah, and I saw there was a couple of questions. I know you're all disappointed. I am not. Miss Catfishing Katie Collins. She's doing an awesome job here on Sunday nights with Avid. I love watching the Sunday night show. Avid, you and her, phenomenal together.
Oh yeah.
I hope y'all keep this show going and growing. Y'all are doing a great job with that. Katie's not here tonight for she's doing okay from what I've heard. It's just some technical issues, and so Avid messaged me earlier. Avid and I talk a lot, so I said, of course, I'll always come in and help you. Avid, glad to be here. So yeah, Katie's all right. It's just you get me instead of her tonight. I'll try to be as good as Katie is, but she does a great job here.
Yeah, she does a real good job.
I'm sorry.
What did you say, Kelly?
Long hair.
Yeah. She smiles. She smiles a whole lot more than me. I got an underbite, so the smile doesn't show. But believe me, I'm happy to be here.
Hey, my smile's hidden by a beard, so you don't know when I'm smiling and when I'm frowning.
I've done shaved mine.
No, I'm not shaving this. I go to the doctor this where I want to keep it.
And my wife says if I kiss her, it's like kissing a cactus.
I've not had a problem with my beard with women. They love it because it's soft.
Mm-hmm.
Is Katie Collins in chat? I heard someone mention her.
Oh, and I see we got Mike Irvin that came in. Mike Irvin, thank you. Mike Irvin out there, another one supporting everybody, sharing links, sharing when people go live and things like that. Yeah, Dustin, I'm gonna have to see about that. I know my my little Smith, my granddaughter today was talking about the rainbow nail polish, but we'll have to see.
Rainbow nail polish for what? The fish or her fingers?
No, for her father and me.
Oh gosh.
that should have to be a video in itself.
Yeah. Oh, we got Creole in. I'm telling you, what an awesome crowd.
Oh yeah,
if
definitely.
you guys have any questions for Kelly, please either
shoot.
put an emoji or an asterisk before the question so we can see it in chat, and we can ask Kelly.
Yeah.
Now, would you like to go over your rods and reels combos and why you chose them, Kelly?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got 4 more I didn't bring in. These are the ones that's my newest ones right here.
Right.
These 3 right here, the whites, are the Berkeley Big Games 8-foot rods. They don't have any reels on them yet, but they are on their way. I have somebody giving me 3 reels for them. They're bait caster reels, spinning reels. Kind of hoping they'll be in here before Saturday. Now this one here is that's a Cat Hunter Pro DX camouflage combo spinning reel with 8-foot tall. It's got the yellow tip at the very top. I'll bring it up and let y'all see it. And it's got that. There you go. There's a spinning reel.
Lee Evans just said, me and Kelly going to break them in on Saturday.
Yep. This one's got reels, so I could definitely break that one in. But yeah, if I can get the reels in for the other ones, then I'm definitely going to be able to break them in. But I didn't really choose these. I mean, these three, my brother Tim uses those quite a bit, so I figured he knew when he told me he was sending me some, he knew what I would probably like. So he knew if he liked them, I would. And then this one was given to me by my business. I donate all my products, close dated and out of date products, to a food bank, God's Food Pantry here in town. The owner's husband gave me that. That's his personal catfish rod. So he gave me that one.
Hey, that's an amazing thing. Good for you, Kelly. Appreciate you doing that, taking care of people that need to be taken care of. So thank you.
We've got a bunch of people here in town that just have hit hard times through their lives, and especially now with all this COVID stuff going on, businesses shutting down, trying to find jobs, stuff really hits hard. So they really appreciate my stuff coming into them. A lot of them are. I've heard stories they're calling every day wanting to know if they got more of my product because they really like it. So that tells me that we actually do. My company actually sells good product that people are actually really wanting them.
You know, it's getting away from fishing a little bit, but do you want to go over what your other company does? Yeah.
I'm a owner operator. I'm a distributor vendor for Snyder's of Hanover, Lance Company. We do Snyder's Hanover pretzels, Lance crackers, peanuts, Tom's chips. We've got probably in the number about probably 30 to 50 different products. So
awesome. Yes, I used to manage restaurants, so I was very familiar with a lot of business owners just like yourself. So that's awesome, and I know it's not an easy gig. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, and one thing that our company does that I really love, it's once a year, maybe twice. One of our brands that we do is Archway cookies. I actually brought one with me, so that way I can show you. This is one of our products. It's Archway Dutch chocolate, Dutch cocoa. That company, better bring the snacks. I will, Lee. I will. Even the Little Debbie's. I'll even bring some Little Debbie's if I can get hold of some. But every year, about 4th of July, somewhere around there, around Veterans Day, Archway does a big program where we will sell for every two boxes that we sell, we donate one to a veteran. And most of ours go to a military place out of North Carolina, and they do it as a package.
That is awesome.
So that's one thing that I love about our company. Our company does give back to our veterans, and it makes me feel better, especially because my brother is a veteran. So that goes back to that.
I was going to bring that up, especially with your brother as a veteran. I'm a veteran. Mike Greenwald. Yeah. There's a bunch.
Absolutely.
Can't thank you enough for that kind of stuff. That is amazing.
And that's one thing I really push. I push it every year, no matter what. It's something I enjoy. I love. These stores love it too because it's more, and it's never been a bust. It's always a hit with our town doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But
I have had Archway before. They are awesome cookies. That right there, I'm gonna be a loyal fan of Archway cookies from now on. That right there just sold me. So thank you.
No problem at all. But I drive a truck with a 16-foot box trailer. I service 42 stores a week.
Yeah, like I said, I it's a lot of work, and lot of you know, I dealt with a lot of the vendors like that and the owners, and so I know it's not an easy gig. So thank you for that. You know, people don't realize that, you know, the restaurants and the stores and the amount of work it takes to get that product at the store or you know at the restaurants. It's just phenomenal what every piece has to work together, because you know, at the restaurant, if their vendors don't come through with bringing in the tomatoes or bringing in the
or the bread or anything like that, I
bread
mean,
or anything, it all has to work in order to get that product out there. So
absolutely.
And of course, you know, the chat always turns to snacks. So
anytime one word of food comes in, whether it's a snack, chip, cookie, the chat goes sideways.
Well, they're all about snacks. They're all about snacks around here, especially when I start talking about Little Debbie's. Art and Uncle Josh and the One Tonners. Especially when I start talking about Little Debbie snacks, it goes really left from what we usually always talk about fishing.
Oh yeah, it could be a catfishing live stream from the bank.
Yeah,
and you just eat a potato chip. And
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, are you braid or mono?
Mono. I did use braid Thursday nights when we were doing walleye and sauger. That's the first time I've ever used braid, but most of the time it's always mono.
I like braid because it gets better hook setups.
That's what I've been hearing. I don't know which one on these. I might do that. I might set up braid. I don't know yet.
In my opinion, what you got to look at is if you're fishing a lot of open water, braid is phenomenal. But if you have a lot of rocks and a lot of debris and snags and stuff, I prefer mono. I know Avid is a big braid fan. We've had this discussion, and you know, nobody's ever going to agree. But it breaks down to whatever line you try them both. You try mono, you try braid. What works best for you in the waters that you normally fish, that's what you use. That's what you're going to catch more fish on.
Really, really bad?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Man, Avid, you got a bunch more people come in. One Ton Fishing Club out there.
Yep.
Hello to the One Ton Brothers, Richmond division here. Got
One Ton
Mike
for life.
Fishing.
We got 46 people in here right now.
Amazing.
How many?
46. With 25 people in here, can we get the thumbs up for the Bullock Experience and Two Stands Fishing?
Hey, tonight is the Bullock Experience. I'm just here as the co-host. I'm here to.
They're still sharing the love.
I appreciate
absolutely.
That,
hey, I don't mind sharing.
Yeah, it's your night, my friend. And Avid, on that note, did you hit the 600 yet?
No, 597.
597. 3 more. If anybody is in here that hasn't subbed to Avid yet,
3 more. Come on.
We need the 3 more. Let's get Avid to 600 on his own show. That'd be amazing. If anybody shares links out on YouTube and stuff, let's get Avid to 600. That would be awesome.
Outdoors Addiction, Katie is out due to technical difficulties. I am currently working on a plan of getting her back. If you want to know more, you can message me on Facebook, and I'll get back with you in detail on that and how we can help her get back on here as a co-host.
Yeah, definitely.
We got Dan's Creations came in. Lee Reed, I missed him before. My brother Creo, I don't think I said hello yet. Hello. Has Live. Crazy. Central Valley Adventures. Man, everybody, it's great. So you said you do mostly creek fishing. You've just started doing. You saw the excitement that your brother Timmy puts out, and the excitement's on the lives there.
Yeah.
What rivers, what waters do you fish? Are you starting to fish now for catfish, or what are the waters that are closest to you for the chance to catch the bigger catfish?
I was working on air in Rockcastle County, Lake Linville, and then there's Cedar Creek Lake. But I'm gonna start pushing my way either back down toward the Wolf Creek Dam, where I was fishing for some walleye and sauger. The waters there are good for catfish, especially below the dam. Then I'm also going to go up and into the Cumberland River and Rockcastle River, where they meet up in Winchester, up in Lexington, that area. It's a good flathead country.
That is awesome. Alan Pashala, I hope I said the name right. He was the winner on our when we hit 500 subs. Alan was the winner there. He said the Bullock experience is a great watch. So there you go. You've got your fans out there already.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've got them there. And I don't. And this thing with my channel, it's not just catfishing. It's not going to be just creek wading. I mean, three of my videos will just be going to work. So I mean, it's going to be just what you see, what I see on my adventures.
Yeah.
So
now, a lot of people want are always curious. What programs do you use for editing?
My editing of my videos, if I do anything like I did with my brothers, I'm just using a video editor right off of Windows 10.
Really?
Yeah. And for me it's very user friendly, easy to use.
I quit trying to do editing on the third video, on my first three videos, because I ruined them and I had to just start all over again with the fishing.
Yeah, I've been going through trying to figure out different ones, but I always go back to that Windows 10 one. I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just a lot easier to use it. I mean, like I said, I downloaded 20 something videos of his. And yeah, it took me about 2 weeks to go through it, but I pulled out every single one of his fish out of every one of his videos within 2 weeks, and had a really good video.
So all my videos you see on my page are not edited. It's all real fishing.
Just real fishing.
So, yeah, if you see me catch fish, you see it. If not, and I catch something after the fact, I'll come back with a video of it and show it to you. Yeah. Afterward. But I keep it real. I ain't gonna do no editing. It's just gonna be real fishing, like a fishing trip is.
I'll probably do. I'll do more of that stuff. I'm not probably not gonna do a lot of editing. If I do, it's only because I'm gonna do like little highlight stuff. I'm not gonna do. I'll put some 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 videos together and do like a little highlight reel or something. But normally most of my videos I put out are lives. They're not edited videos. So or they're just straight recorded.
That's what I'm gonna start doing, more live fishing videos instead of the editing.
It's easier. It's easier to do live videos. I've heard Haz talk about it. Chunky. I've heard Mark from 2.0. It's always easier to do live than it is editing.
It's not so much easier. You know, if you have a set time where you go out every week at that time, you know, it's not necessarily always going to be the best day to go. For example,
today
I brought it up several times on our live this morning. Everybody knows we go live Sunday mornings, and it's, of course, generally lately been the worst day of the week to go fishing. But you know, as far as work afterwards, you don't have to do the editing. And I think your better channels, your best channels, will have that great combination. And now YouTube trying to compete with TikTok and things like that. YouTube is pushing a lot of the shorts.
Yes,
so you have to have you have to have a good blend of your lives, your shorts, and your videos, because you know, once you start looking at your analytics, you'll have your diehard fans that are going to go out there and watch the lives, but there's a ton of people, ton of your subscribers will they never tune into your lives, but they'll watch the video that comes out, you know, a 7-minute video of a couple of fish that you caught, where you took that 6 or 7 hour live and broke it down into a video. Yeah. Or, you know, you went out for the day and you took your videos and, you know, you break it down into that 7 to 10 minute. People are always willing to watch that. And then you get those little things where you get that short in there. So that seems to me where the future is going. You got to have all three, and that's kind of what YouTube is wanting. Yeah,
I mean, they're not going to sit there. A lot of people's not going to sit there and watch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of a video of a live to see 2 fish or 1 fish. They want to see that one little spot that you caught that fish.
You know how it goes. Some of us do.
Oh yeah, I know. I have. I've sat there and watched a 6-hour video to see 1 fish.
Yeah.
I watched. Me and quite a few others watch Elston, whether he catches fish or not. For
absolutely. I enjoy watching Chunky's. If I didn't catch his live, I go back and I'll enjoy watching his, just because of the chat and him. I mean, he just lights up the videos like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
He came into one of my lives the other day, and I was like, it's just like I had the rock star inside my video, and he's like, I'm just like you. I'm like, no, you're not just like me. You're more than what I am.
Elston is extremely humble. He thinks, you know, he's just one of us. He's an awesome. You know, just ask Kaz, who was just asking him his opinion about rods, and Elston said, "Come take my rods," and go. Who does that? You know, we're not talking about, you know, we're not talking about, you know, old rods that we've had for 30 years that are sitting in the garage that we've never used.
No, I mean, this is my brand new one.
Elston's bread and butter, and he says, come take them, go check them out, go put them up, you know. So,
and he catches his big fish on it too.
Yeah. Has another one out there. He said, lives are easier, but videos help your channel grow. And they'll get a lot more. They'll get, over time. They will get your more views. Anybody out there, Avid? I don't know. Is Kelly's the Bullock Experience? Is the link in the description?
No.
All right. Yeah, I know. With KD and stuff. If y'all could, if somebody could put up the Bullock Experience and drop that out a few times.
I've been taking care of that one.
Awesome.
Muskrat Ridge has been taking care of that.
Oh yeah, they've been doing a great job.
We got some awesome mods in here, so, and I would like to tell.
I don't push as much. I mean, if you see my lives, I don't push as much. I do have a PayPal account in there too in my about section. I don't push as much because I mean I'm not here to. I'm here to have fun and fish and show people what I have here in Kentucky and little Somerset, Kentucky on Lake Cumberland. But I mean, if they want to push something through PayPal, go right ahead. I'm not here for that. I'm here for fun.
Right. I'm not here to push it for me, but I'm just doing these big boxes to help other beginning cat fishermen get started and get the tap.
Well, and Avid does a lot of what a lot of people don't realize, the stuff that Avid does that as far as trying to help people out and things that he will never say about, but he does a great job. Muskrat Adventures, I know you've heard him say that so many times. Hey, if you come, you can show up to my house and I'll let you show the rods. Go ahead, look at them. So he's another one.
Yeah, Hasway. He was really awesome with the last Catfish box. He went live and he mentioned it a few times, and he had people that just donated right off the bat, which blew my mind.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying him. I'm enjoying him off the boat. That means that tells me it's giving a little bit of diversity, fishing from the bank and fishing from the boat now. I mean, he's going to get more. He's going to get a ton more views now because of that.
Now, have you seen Laura the Explorer's unboxing video?
I've not yet. That's the only one I've not seen yet. I need to go see that.
He was the recipient from the Catfish Community Avid Catfish box.
Okay.
I'll
definitely go see it.
Her facial expression off that was epic. She was only expecting a 10-pound box, and she got a 12-pound box. I cannot keep those boxes at 10 pounds for some reason. But she got everything she needed for both bait fishing and catfishing.
Yeah.
Which I would like to thank the catfish community for coming up and helping with that.
Hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you for doing that stuff.
I already have a person for March already, and this person already have their address already, so I don't have to contact them for that. And this person don't know who they are, so I'm going to start.
That's good, just to keep them surprised.
Yeah, I just wish I could have kept it more of a secret for Lori, but that didn't work out. So it kind of fell together the way it did.
Yeah.
But this one, I want to try to do it a little bit more secretly and let people know who to watch when it gets after I mail the box.
Yeah.
All right, so Kelly, you're helping your brother out there with getting his editing his videos down into that thing, and when you were on the live with me, you were talking about the creek fishing.
Yeah.
What was it that made you? What has been the hardest thing trying to go from creek fishing to moving out into that other, maybe trying to specialize in catfish or just trying to move out into that other bigger water stuff? What have you found to be the hardest obstacle or the I know it's a broad question there, but
yeah. Well, I mean, to tell you, it's really money. I mean, because to get into catfishing, I mean, you got to spend some money. And to me, I mean, I'm still paying for college. I'm still paying on my mortgage. We just barely been able to pay for our business now. We just paid it off, so we're good on it. But I mean, I still got thousands and thousands of dollars in college that I'm still paying for right now, for mine, my wife's, and now that we have, and our 8-year-old daughter. I mean, for her schooling and all the stuff that we need for her. I mean, and trying to keep our business running. I mean, it takes money. So I mean, that's my biggest thing, is just getting the money to go over. Because with creek fishing, I can get me a tiny little pole. I mean, it ain't gonna cost me much to get a little pole. I can get a little $20 pole and a $2 jig and go creek wading, and that's all I need. I mean, for here catfishing, I mean, you can see. I mean, these rods are not cheap. No. I mean, yeah, I got them given to me, but they're not cheap at all. And
no.
To me, that's the biggest to me. And then now finding the time, and I'm getting the time once a week. Because right now the biggest thing I've got, because of work. I mean, I work 6 and 7 days a week, so finding the time to do that now.
Yeah, the time is something that I never realized. You see Roger and and DMV and Elston, and you see them do them, and things are flawless, and you think that it's just boom, you're out there and you're back, but like just trying to pack up all the stuff today was like an hour. Once I signed off, we were still there for like an hour just trying to get, because Stan 3 had his boat out with us, so we had to get that up, and then pack up all the stuff we had on the dock, and the battery packs, and the this and the that. So I think when you make that jump, you're trying to do two jumps at the same time. You're trying to get into catfish and at the same time as YouTube. So you've got that double jump that makes things even a little more difficult. And
I'm dragging out 2 things of tackle, my fishing rods. I've got a selfie light and stand. I'm bringing out a 12-volt battery out into some of these places that I'm dragging out into the middle of nowhere sometimes. And then I'm bringing out a converter, my phone, I'm having to hook up all these wires, my chair, everything, and then set up. So, I mean, most of my lives, y'all are not seeing the 30, 45 minutes it takes me to set up before all these things.
Oh,
and then tear down again at the end.
Yeah. Trust me, I know the pain.
Yeah.
I know.
Lynn, to answer your question, Lynn, I don't think my email is on my page, but you can catch me on Facebook. It's Kelly and Cynthia Bullock on Facebook, and then you can just message me.
But J-Dog brought up a good point there. If anyone's seen my flathead video that was caught, that flathead was caught on a $20 Walmart pole. All you need. Yeah, you're going out to get into catfishing. The biggest thing you need, if you're just getting into it, you get yourself some the $20 Walmart specials are totally fine to get started. As you get going, you know, you'll want to upgrade. I mean, here's a Zebco 808. This is what my son still uses the rod today, Stand 3, and he still uses the rod that this one on. Since then, he's put a Penn Warfare reel on it, which is a good. It's the version right below a Penn Squall. A lot of the same features. But it's a price point just down from the Penn Squall, which is affordable for a lot of people, but just getting started. You know, this is how a lot of people started.
Yeah, my first two. Do what, Evan?
I have 3 of those 808s, and I broke the anti-reverse gear in 2 of them with a big cat.
Yeah. See, if you watch my first two live videos, I mean, I tell you what I'm using at that time. I'm using a Shakespeare. I think it's like a 5.5, 6 foot rod and reel combo, and then my other one's just a Berkeley torque creek weighting creek fit poles. I mean, that's all I'm using. I'm not using anything fancy. I mean, I've had those since I was a teenager. I mean, I've had them for over 20 something years or more, probably even longer than that.
Twisted, it isn't a sickness, it's an addiction.
And that's why if you've never fished for catfish before, especially if you're in the area where there's you know, bigger catfish where you need a little bit heavier of rod, line, reel, etc. If you've never done that before, I recommend you start out with a couple of cheaper setups. You know, some people just aren't into it. Some people aren't into casting out the poles, into the different things that you need to do with you know, getting the bait. You got to have bait. You know, if you're just going perch fishing or pan fishing, you buy a thing of worms, or you can find them out in your yard, or, you know, little things like that. But you start chasing these catfish, you really have to have some dedication to get the bait. You know, get the equipment set up, etc. So I recommend you start out with if you've never done it before, start out with a couple of cheaper setups, and then you just once you find out that you're addicted to it, go up from there.
Whoops.
So you obviously, you said before that you have some editing skills, because you're putting together your brother's.
I've got certifications in networking, software, stuff like that. So I mean, from school, so I could do that kind of stuff.
Well, you may be who I need to talk to, because that's our next thing that we're trying to break over.
I mean, I'm game for any of that. If anybody in the chat, I mean, if you all want to, I mean, it takes quite a bit. Here's the thing about videos. You can send them to me in an email, but those videos are large. They are very, very large files. Most of the time, they won't go through an email. So, like with my brother, he had to give me his login and username for his YouTube channel.
Wow!
So I could download them, because they're so large videos. A 2-hour video, an hour-long video, took me almost I would say almost 4 hours to completely download it because they're large video. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I could do it, but that's the one drawback is I have to have access to your video from YouTube. But I mean, then once I know that, I can do whatever I need to after that. I can upload them. I can upload them back up to you, like I did with him. I sent them back to him through YouTube, but I didn't set it to it was public, so he can do whatever he wants to after that.
Okay. Kelly, you need to check out the fin lakes we have available here in Kentucky. Went yesterday and slayed the trout with a buddy.
Do what? What was that one?
Catfish Headhunter said, Kelly, you need to check out the fin lakes we have available here in Kentucky. He went yesterday with a friend and slayed the trout.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Norm from Catfish Headhunters. He fishes a lot of the fin lakes, and he posted something in his Facebook page yesterday, I believe. He took his friend out. It was no cameras and stuff. Just went out there with the friend, and he's got a picture of all the trout that they caught. So there's some other options out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing with my channel. Like I've said, I'm not just going after catfish. I'm gonna keep my other rods that I've been using for catfish. I'm gonna convert them back to my other stuff. I might put mono on not mono, but braid on them and go after walleye, trout, bass, crappie. I'm gonna go after stuff with those, and I'm just gonna add more diverse videos into my page.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat.
That's fine.
You have anything else, Dan?
Yeah, I'm doing about the same thing. That's I think a lot of us, we are, this is the catfishing community, but a lot of us do fish for other things. So don't be afraid to put that in the videos. And like you said, yours is the Bullock experience, so it's not just one thing; it's the whole experience. So,
I mean, I'm gonna do a lot of catfishing. That's my main thing. But I mean, I'm gonna, with what availability I have around here. I mean, I have to travel to get to the catfish a lot. But a lot of the areas I'm around, I've got. I mean, not even a mile from my house, I've got a little creek that actually has bass. I mean, it's producing bass out of it right now. So, I mean, it's just a hop and skip. So, I mean, I'll be doing a lot from it, catching some bass and some bait fish probably out of it more often now.
Yeah. Like me and Norman, we have rods for catfishing. We have rods for trout. We have rods for crappie. We have rods for every species of fish we decide to go after.
Yeah.
But basically, I like going after crappie and bluegill. But the crappie I'll eat. The bluegill I'll use for bait. I got an 8-foot cast net to go for the shad for catfishing.
So that's another thing I don't have. I don't have a cast net yet.
Here in Illinois, we need to catch our suckers and our buffalo carp.
Yeah.
With a hook, but the Asian carp and the silverhead carp, if we catch them in a cast net, I'll keep them and use them for bait.
Yeah.
So what do you go-to baits?
Yeah. And that's the thing right now. I need to get out there and get bait, because right now I'm just using. I hate to say it, but right now I'm just using chicken gizzard right now, and it ain't doing anything. I got a bite one time and that's it. But I need to get out and get some bait, definitely.
Yeah, the winter time is tough. It's the winter bite can be on or off, and it's if you got a good chance to catch your some of your biggest fish in the wintertime, but it's usually after you've put the time in, you've got the right bait out there. The spring and fall, a lot of the baits like the chicken and all those other kind of baits, excuse me, they'll all work great. But a lot of times in that colder water, just listen to some of the epic things, is the fish are cold-blooded. So as that temperature drops, they don't need to eat as much. Their metabolism is slow, so they may not go investigate that chicken or those different things. They're gonna, go to natural baits, and they don't need to eat as much, so they won't be experimenting as much.
Yeah, and you got to drop it on their head more too.
Yes,
especially in the winter.
What are your go-to baits, Kelly?
Right now it's chicken gizzard right now, but I'm hoping to get on some other stuff.
No, I'm saying like in the spring and summer and fall. What would your go-to baits be?
I probably during the summer and stuff like that. I'm gonna go after try to go after some bluegill.
Bluegill?
Because I pretty much. I mean, that's really what I've got around here. I mean, I've got little small bait fish. That's really what I've got. I mean, I really don't have much of a choice for anything else.
Bluegill, creek chubs. If you've got some creek chubs and small suckers and stuff in the lake in the creek that you fish, those are some good ones that you can get and use for cut bait. But I always say that any bait is better than no bait. So
yes, absolutely.
At least you get out there.
I mean, I used to just always use night crawlers. When I was younger and I was just go out fishing, not just try to just catch anything. That's all I'd go buy me a little tub full of night crawlers. And that's what I used.
Yeah, night crawler.
That's why I like having a live well inside my house, to where I can keep them the bait fish alive. So I don't have to go throw a cast net all the time. I just get the bait I need and just leave.
Yeah.
From the house.
Yeah. Catfish headhunters. Catfish headhunters who had Norm has some experience in your area there. He said,
hey, Norm, come to me and I'll go with you. Now I'll learn anything from you.
He said Kentucky stone rollers is what you need to find, buddy. They don't call them catfish crack for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what a Kentucky stone roller is, but
see, Norm has had luck on the Kaskaskia River.
Yeah.
But he has not caught a flathead out of Red Lake yet, which is a hatchery for flatheads.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hatchery for flatheads and channels because they're not fished there that much.
Mm-hmm. See, we've got that. Now we got that Lake Linville up there in Rockcastle County, where my first two lives were out of. That's supposed to be full of channels and flatheads. But the only problem with it is it's full of trees.
Right.
And I'm breaking line. I think I lost 4. I think I lost 4 bobbers. I think I've lost a dozen weights, because at the time I was just using the little round smash weights on my line. Right. I was using them. I've already lost 4 or 5 hooks. So I mean, unless you've got a boat to where you can see where things are at, if you're banking from the fish there, you're just wasting your money. And I did, and I wasted that first 2 trips. I wasted a lot of money breaking stuff.
But I will say this on Red Lake: bring your catfish bobbers.
Okay.
And
well, I've got those. I've got those 2.
I highly suggest bringing. If you don't got them, try to get you some catfish bobbers from either Patriot James or Muddy Rivers.
You just said that. Hold on a second.
That will hold at least 4 ounces of weight.
You talking about something like that?
Yes.
There you go.
Trust me.
Yep. Those are the 2 right before he done. This is lap before he switched over to the new Ghost floats. He sent me these, so I got 2 of the pink ones.
Right. I got the old one. I got the old
these
ones.
are the old ones. These are the old ones. Yeah.
That pink shows up amazing. People,
Yes, it does.
people underrate that, but that pink shows up amazing.
Well,
Kelly, go ahead.
I said I did a unboxing of those, and I did it with the lights off in the room, and they really showed up big time.
Twisted Fish and Cheap. Go ahead, Evan.
I've been burning up Patriot James' PayPal account for bobbers. I'm saying the last 4 orders I've done, the last order was the biggest. And I tell you what, I got these old bobbers, I got these new bobbers.
I love those new ones.
Oh, so do I. I can't wait to use them.
Yeah.
And I'm making L-stands rod with a Shakespeare low-profile bait caster into the flathead rod, and that's going to be only using those catfish floats on them. So Wren Lake's going to get used at Wren Lake.
Kelly, Twisted Fish and TV said, I use suckers, chubs, and baby carp more than any other bait. I love to use dip bait as well. And, dip bait, phenomenal bait for channels and even some blues. But suckers, chubs, and baby carp, that's some available fish in the creeks there.
Yeah. Here's a tip that a lot of people don't think of. A number 5 circle hook with a small piece of cut bluegill or shad or carp or whatever you want will catch your channel cats anywhere from a dink or what I call a baby killer like Norm catches.
Yeah.
To a good 5-10 pound channel cat.
So this is what I've got. This is a number 6 circle hook.
That'd work perfect for channel cats.
Yeah.
Channel cats was a small cut bait on there.
Yep.
They'll love it.
Yeah.
But red tail suckers and skipjack that are really bloody will work awesome. Any cut bait you can get that's bloody. Channel cats will work.
We've had some other people come in. We've got Anna who came in. Little buckets of sunshine, just saying hey before she's too sleepy to chat. Out there at the CatCon all weekend. Of course, Kevin Palmetto Cats is in with her. Kevin, amazing job this weekend, not only by you, not only by the moderators, Steve Douglas, all the vendors, all amazing. Oh, yeah. We all felt like we were there. So I got
to talk to Anna a little bit through chat and kept on asking her if she wiped out Kevin's maxed out his credit card.
Kevin, you did an awesome job. I was glad that you had me as a mod. I did the best I could with me being there. I love to be a part as a moderator for CatCon. You guys did a great job, and I can't wait to see it next year.
Oh yeah, if it's live, I love to be there. I love to try to get up there because Louisville's only 3 hours from me, so I could be up there and back home in the same day. So that's
Louisville, Kentucky. I think it's maybe 6 hours from me, 7 hours.
Yeah, but it'd be worth the trip. It'd be worth the trip. I mean, look at Chris Flores. I mean, he said it today. He said tonight on Palmetto's thing is 21 hours from him, 21, 22 hours from him, and he goes.
But see, if I go down there, I'll be looking for a campsite. I ain't looking for a motel. I'm looking for a campsite.
Hey, there's all kinds up around that area, especially right up against toward the rivers.
A campsite where I can go throw up a tent and everything and just camp there and go to the CatCon.
Yep.
That way, so. And I'm not much for motels. I don't spend a lot of time in motels.
I have to because I can't get the wife to do campsites unless it's one of those nice big campers that's got a bathroom and shower and everything in it. That's the only way she'll go camping.
Well, you know, Avid is Bigfoot, so of course you're gonna have Bigfoot out there in a hotel.
I can sleep in a tent. I can sleep in a tent on the ground. I don't care.
I'm going to either think about investing in either a cot or a hammock. Probably both. A cot for the tent, hammock for summer nights where you can just strap it between two trees and just crawl in and sleep.
I just watched that Mr. Chris there with hooks and hammocks. He'll set you up on some of that stuff.
Yes, he's the camping. He's
a
got
guru.
that camping down to a science, doesn't he?
Yeah, I call him the guru of it.
I'm just looking for
Oh, no problem, Anna. That's how it goes. That's what all these shows are about.
Yeah. I'm just looking for a good cut because I love my air mattresses. Don't get me wrong. It's just a little.
Yeah.
That's just not what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for something with a little bit more support.
I'll tell you something. If you can get a hold of them, and where I used to work in the hospital setting for 6 years, they blow up mattresses, the little tan looking ones.
Yeah.
If you blow them up hard enough, they've got a lot of support. They get good support to them.
Oh, I got two of the twins.
That's what I use. That's what I use to go camping. I put them underneath my sleeping bag. I'll blow them up if I want them firm to just keep flat, or I can just let some air out to where it'll just contour to my body. I mean, you can do either one on those, but they're nice. I like them.
I like them, but with my body weight, my size on those twins, I get them fully inflated with a stick. And by morning, it's like a saddle.
What was that, Stan? A plug?
That's right. Palmetto Cat.
Palmetto plug?
Yeah, I've known Kevin right since the beginning of me coming into YouTube, and I consider Kevin a good friend.
Hey, since we're plugging here, there you go. I'll rep. Since we're plugging, since I don't have anybody's. Oh, I do have one. I do have my brother Tim's. He sent me a net gator, so I have a Catfish Life net gator. So I do have that one. I can rep him.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's you know.
And DMV's mask. I have DMV's mask. I can rep him too.
Now, what would be your advice for a beginner catfisherman just starting out in catfishing?
Good question, Avid. Good question.
Do what now?
What would be your advice to someone that's wanting to start out in catfishing? What would be your advice to them in the gear that they'd need?
Because as you're just starting out here, this is a great.
Yeah.
You're coming from that smaller water creek type of experience. You know, what is some of the things? That's a great question.
I mean, gear wise, I'm new to the gear stuff, but mindset. I mean, I can set you up on the mindset part of it.
There you go.
Don't just jump straight in full force. Go out there and think you need to buy all the best stuff in the world, because I mean, I've heard, like you said, they caught some big blues on little bitty Ugly Stik rods or whatever Walmart cheap ones. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, I'm starting to learn not to go full force, put it in high gear and go. Just back up, slow down. My biggest thing is I'm not used to learning the waters. I jump straight into the creeks. I don't care. I'm right in the middle of the creek with the water up to my waist or higher, up to my chest, with a fishing pole in my hand, and that's all I take out. I don't take anything else with me.
Kelly, the rivers are just bigger versions of the creek. You got your rapids that come down. You got your little ripples that flow down into a deeper hole, and you know how to fish that. So it's just a matter of expanding that out into the rivers to find those time on the water, to find those where that shallower water comes into those deeper holes.
Yeah.
And you'll start nailing it, my friend.
Yeah. And see, I've been talking to Tim a lot, Epic Catfish a lot. Me and him's been talking personally on a one-on-one base. He's been giving me a lot of advice, getting me on looking at the Navionics, the waters, looking at the charts and stuff, trying to pick out the corners where I can get into the deeper waters, especially if I'm fishing from the bank, definitely.
Now, we have people in chat here that both do boat and bank. They're really great with information on what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You can contact any one of them. If you have questions, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
But
I ask.
Something here. The world record blue was caught on an ugly stick.
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't a cheap, and it wasn't an expensive one either. It was supposed to be like one of those little cheapy ugly sticks. What I understood.
Hey, don't underestimate the ugly stick catfish rod. The white ugly stick catfish rod. It's at a similar price point with the Berkeley big games. They're pretty similar rods. Yep. Y'all saw a lot of y'all saw what Stand 3 caught last night. A 54, I think it was, pound blue flathead cat on an ugly stick rod. Ugly stick catfish rod. Yeah. And
fishing chick, I go live every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. So just hit the subscribe and the notification button and the like button, and you'll be notified every week.
Yeah, that's 9 my time.
Wow. You must be East Coast.
Well, from Kentucky it is. Kentucky it is. Yep.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yep, I'm on Eastern. Yep.
Twisted TV says the ugly stick tiger rod is a legendary rod. Yep. My father was a big ugly stick fan, so it kind of came on down to us. And this year alone, Stand 3 has caught a 50 plus whatever channel, 50 plus whatever blue cat, 50 plus whatever flathead, and a 16-pound channel cat, all on ugly stick catfish rods. So, the more expensive rods as you get into it, and yes, they make it a lot easier to cast baits. They make it a lot for dealing with current and the heavier baits and the things like that. That's what you eventually go up into, just because if you're spending that much time on the water, you want a lot of those other things, making it easier to cast, but for years and years, you'll be able to go with ugly sticks or that type of rod, and you'll never break. A Twisted TV just said that. Never broke an ugly stick. Yeah, it's we swear by them, and one of these days, I'm sure we'll go up into another rod and we'll see what happens from there. But Creole Catfishing, our 76-pound boat record was caught on an ugly stick. They handle it.
Yeah, and for anybody just starting out, you don't have to spend the prices or these are. Definitely not. You don't have to spend the prices on those. I'm using right now, before I get those even set up, I'm using a Shakespeare combo that probably 20-something years old to go out there and fish.
No.
So, you don't have to use.
Sorry about that, but when Ugly Stik first came out, they were partnered with Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Now that Ugly Stik has gotten big, they're still part of Shakespeare, but they're a different part of the plant.
Yeah.
That is like, according to Mexicat, Ugly Stik's tow Ford trucks.
I wouldn't put it past them.
You see what Anna just said?
Last time, and he went to get. He and I went together, and we kept it. Wow.
Has life? I know Mexicat. You gotta that spell correct. Whoever invented spell correct, this is one of my wife's favorite sayings. Whoever invented spell correct should burn in hello.
I agree with
Well,
that.
even not just that, the voice text too.
Yeah. So I did that the other day. I was trying to put up a thing about Mexicat, and it switched it from Mexicat because it was a new phone. My old phone, since I'd used it a bunch, it knew I was saying Mexicat. Well, I had to get the replacement, and it didn't know that I was trying to say Mexicat. Switched it to Mexican, so it just.
I see. That's what I'm going through now. I just got my new phone yesterday, so all these names that I've already had typed in, like especially with like yours, Stan, where I do Stan the Man when I'm in your live or whatever, or chatting with you, I have to literally type that in now because it doesn't save it anymore.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll see me delete something real quick because it misspelled it because I'm not used to it.
You know what? A lot of us normally will know what the other. Once you're in chat enough, we know what the other person is trying to say already. But yeah, you still feel like you got to try to go back in and correct it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got lucky that day pulling up that anchor with an ugly stick rod and reel combo.
That is crazy. Yeah. Palmetto catch. True story. I pulled up the anchor and there was an ugly stick rod and reel combo attached to the anchor. Just. I was talking about the ugly stick catfish rods. I got when we first started fishing the James here, when we first came down from upstate New York, we were fishing it like we would fish for channel cats and the bullheads and whatnot up there. And night crawlers and like smaller hooks and stuff. And I watched a Mike Chavez video how many years ago, and that's kind of when we started kind of upgrading and going into the bigger things, looking for cats. And that's when I got the ugly stick catfish rod and reel combo, $36 it was, or $35 at Bass Pro Shops. And that rod and reel, and a lot of people will say about the ugly stick reel, I used that combo since we started 5, 6, whatever years ago it was, and it's caught 50s, it's caught saltwater fish. I used to use it down in saltwater. It lasted for a good 5 years on a 39.
I remember back in, I think it was high school. Back in high school, I used to rep for Ugly Stik. I bought a hat down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee one day. One of those little visors that's the open top part, and it said Ugly Stik on it. And at the time, I didn't really know what it was because I was buying it at an apparel shop, and then come to find out it was a fishing rod. I didn't know what it was.
That's a funny part. A couple of years ago, Ugly Sticks was inexpensive rods.
Yeah.
Now
they're top of the game now.
From Shakespeare, they went up in price a little bit.
Yeah.
That's amazing to see that good a rod go up that quick. They're not really expensive, but they're inexpensive.
Yeah, it's still not too bad. I'll pay it for the, now would I love to have a Chris Flores Muddy River rod? Heck yeah, man. The ones that are LG Bass brought up, he had a couple of them and he brought them. He came up here fishing with us and we went out in Skin and Scales boat. And man, if you don't want to buy a Muddy River rod, if you don't want to buy one, never handle one, because once you do, you'll be like, oh man, I got to go buy this.
But getting back to what I was saying, I was looking at Walmart for an Ugly Stik, kind of like these, and it was going to cost me almost $50 for one.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was for the rod and reel. I mean, that's for me. With Walmart's a good deal, but it's a lot of money to spend, too.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Chris Flores and I sub to him, but I like his rods. But if I ever tried his rods, I may never let one go down. I may not put one down.
Exactly.
I can't afford them right now, but I'm thankful I have not won one, because if I have, I'd probably be buying them left and right. It's pretty expensive there, but I can't afford them. So until
if I get into this stuff's really, really serious, I mean,
Right.
yeah, I mean, some of these bigger channels and stuff like that, and start getting real high up there with the subscribers and all that kind of stuff. And YouTube is basically my bread and butter, I guess you would say it. Then yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get into buying some of the big name rods, like the Muddy River one, but I can't afford that stuff right now.
Okay, the CatCon was live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
What was your thoughts and opinions on how that went off?
I thought it was awesome. I watched pretty much all of it Friday, even though I was working. I was in and out watching it quite a bit. I loved it. I mean, to still do it live on Facebook or live on YouTube and Facebook, it was a hit. I mean, Paul Meadow did it really good. Kevin did a really good job. Steve Douglas did a really good job. And then the content, people talking about their stuff. I mean, it's just a wealth of knowledge. And I was just taking pieces and parts. And me and Tim were talking about it too. And so we were going back and forth, trying to. He's like, are you going to be on there? Because he knew I was working. He's like, are you going to be on there to watch me? I said, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I said, especially because you're talking about flatheads. I said, because that's one thing I've never, ever have went after. I mean, I've caught catfish before, little small ones and stuff, but I've never targeted them. Flathead is one I really want to start targeting this year because it's something that I know I can get to easier.
You see,
so I definitely wanted to hear his thoughts on it.
Yeah, where I'm at, I got blues, I got flatheads, I got yellow bellies, and I got channels.
Yeah.
So I can go after any of the species I want, but the two I target the most are the blues and flatheads.
Flathead, yellow, or shovelhead will be fair to everybody because this is an equal opportunity show here.
Yeah, it all lives matter. All lives matter to the cats.
Now, Kelly, I want to ask you because I've been in the catfishing thing. I've actually, I've catfished all my life, but it's just since I've been to the James that we've kind of really gone towards that trophy catfish, and y'all can see some of the things that we've been catching, and we're expecting a lot bigger things. But from CatCon, as a person just getting into the catfish, how do you think that things were broken down? Like, do you think that it was valuable information for yourself as a new person getting into catfishing, as well as like experienced people? And I think, what do you think was one of the biggest things that you got from the whole CatCon experience?
I think it's more targeted to me. Just getting into the catfish community, I think it was more targeted toward people that's been doing it a while. I'd like to see more into it with them talking to people that are just getting into it, giving them more advice. What advice I did get from it helped me anyways. But you had to sit there and pick it.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
So I mean, you just had to watch some of it. Some of it you just had to let it go by. But I mean, they put out there. I mean, they put out a lot of good information, a lot of good product. I mean, maybe down the road I'll go after some of that product. I mean, it's helped me learn that a lot of the monos and the braids and the holders and stuff like that, and the rods. Chunky's video, how he does his paint on his rods. I mean, even that was informational because I picked his brain a little bit on the paint thing because I asked him how he did it and what he thought about doing glow in the dark acrylic paint. Because I thought about doing that on mine instead of doing the fluorescent.
So that was you liked that. You liked Elston Chunky's segment in that.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
So since we got Kevin out there, who is awesome job the past couple days as a person just coming into catfishing, if they could improve something next year, you would say maybe bringing in a couple of other people that are talking to the beginning catfishing person.
Yes,
that's just
absolutely.
coming into to our family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yes, people talk to them, talk to the ones that are just starting out, give them hints on what to look for, things like that. Epic is a good one to do that too. I mean, bring Tim back and let him, because he knows how to talk about new waters, new things like that, what to look for.
Epic was great.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I talked to him several times, and he knows my waters, and he got to know me, and we collaborate on how I fish down here, and he gives me tips and tricks on how to do it better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, me and him's talked through chat. We've talked to each other through the phone. I mean, we've
That's
done all
one
kinds of
thing
stuff with him, and it's just he's helped me tremendous on a
That's
one-on-one
one
basis.
thing about. I'm sorry, Kelly. I didn't mean to speak over you.
It's not, no.
You know, I just get excited. Epic Catfish. You know, a lot of y'all know he's been on a few of my lives and stuff. And when Stan 3 caught that big flathead last night, he was one of the first people that I sent that picture to, because I know he'd be excited about it. And what for the person that knows that much, he's able to speak to that beginner as well as the person that's been fishing for 20, 30, 40 years. So Fishing Chick, Epic was great, but a lot of his stuff went over my head. Awesome. That's good to know.
Yeah.
You got Palmetto Cats was out there. Good point. So a lot of the information tonight, it's going to somebody that has an ear with Steve Douglas. So you know, we're all part of this catfishing family, from the beginner to the person that's been doing it for 40, 50 years like Epic. So you know, all great points.
Uh-oh, I think he froze up.
No, I'm still here.
I'm having some internet issues.
Okay.
Kelly, if you hit the square, you don't close all the way out. Hit the square where you go out to where you see all your pages that are open, and then come right back in. A lot of times that'll fix it.
Yeah,
There you go.
I think it's what it is my data thing.
You're good to go now. You see it perfect.
Yeah, but I'm trying to connect to the Wi-Fi in my house, because I'm starting to run low on my data. I'm already used up almost my cap already.
Well, we won't keep you any longer than you want.
No, you're fine. Time-wise is fine. I'm good on that. It's just I was trying to switch over to Wi-Fi real quick. But
Okay. Other than your brother being on CatCon, what was your best part of CatCon that you liked the most?
the best?
Yeah. What best got your attention?
Gosh, there's so many.
Well, you already brought up about the Elston, and he's a person that, yes, the experience. I love watching Elston. I've been fishing. Yeah. I've been fishing for almost 50 years, and I can watch Elston day and night. It's just, it doesn't matter how long you fished or not fished, or you don't even have to fish to enjoy watching Elston. So just that basic how to do something cool to your poles, that was something that you said you enjoyed. So
I definitely enjoyed it. I mean, just to see some of these. I mean, a lot of these companies, I had no clue who they were. I've never heard of them. Getting to. I mean, especially getting into it new. I've never heard of a lot of these companies at all. Did not have no clue they were out there until now.
All right, Anna, thank you so much. We appreciate you and Palmetto. Thank you very much for what you do for the catfish community, sharing Palmetto with us as much as you do.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Now, you have seen the Tuttle Spud interview, right?
Do what?
Clarence, have you seen Clarence Tuttle Spud?
It was at the very end of the second day.
And I have been watching some of his videos now.
The very best fisherman in the world.
Yeah, he is the best fisherman in the world. Yes, and he is to me he is hilarious. I love the guy.
That guy, I tell you what, I was like Kevin when he said his favorite text was snatched his booty. I'm like, please don't go where I think you're going. Please don't go where I think you're going. He was doing good until he said booty. I'm like, oh my God, there we go. There it goes.
Yeah.
He pulls up the bag of chips.
I tell you what, Palmetto's still there. He said Tuttle Spud was freaking amazing. He was. That ending, you were bringing it up on your show, Palmetto. That ending, you got to tell everybody there that they nailed that. For the average viewer that was at home, they did that. I think Dieter Melhorn produced that music video.
Yep.
Said they were trying to bring in the younger crowd. Well, I'm the older crowd, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That and the Tuttle Spud and Chris at the end with the, it was like almost like Oprah. Hey, here's a hat for you and a shirt for you and this. It was just.
Chris Flores, I mean, he just went crazy. I mean, he's a good guy and everything, but I mean, he cleared his whole set.
Yeah.
He had on his set just in giveaways.
Yeah.
Here I'm at work and I can't chat and I can't get in on the giveaways because I'm keeping it. I love being a mod, but I'm trying to talk at the same time. I'm like, nope, this guy's got to go there. This guy's got to do that.
Yeah.
Catfish, Kentucky Catfish Hunter Fishing Chick. She's in a bunch of our chats and a bunch of our things. Fishing Chick, I sent you a friends request on Facebook a little while ago. Thank you so much for being out there and supporting everybody like you do. So if somebody has her link, if they could put it out there, that'd be awesome. Don't let you fool you. She's got some pictures of some nice fish that she's catching.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Fishing Chick, she has some awesome pictures. She's quite good at fishing.
And I've been behind the scenes. I've been working on a little bit. Should be coming out with an intro video here soon. I've been doing a little bit of editing, so that'll be coming out here soon.
That's a good point because we've been doing this for a few months now, and we passed 550 today, family members. Thank you all so much for supporting Two Stands Fishing. And we don't have that intro yet. We've got some good footage of Stand 3's Flathead last night, and we were just talking about that today. I even said that to Avid that I was trying to work with Stand 3 on putting this video together from his Flathead last night.
Right.
How much work, for you, for somebody that's, I'm more experienced in catfishing than you, so feel free anytime. I think, are we friends on Facebook yet?
Yeah, we're friends on Facebook, yeah.
Believe we are. So you have any questions at all, please feel free anytime to reach out. But
same with me when it comes to technology on the editing stuff.
So,
absolutely.
I don't even own a laptop. I'll tell you how technology challenged I am. I don't even own a laptop. So we're getting to that point. We're about there.
Well, if you were here earlier, you would have seen my office. I'm actually sitting in my office right now, but my office is a mess.
Hey,
my computer's actually up on the dining table.
Yeah. Hey, we're all there, my friend. I'm in my dining room, and this is my studio. Okay, so
that's what I'm converting. I'm converting my office sort of into a studio. I've got the monitors coming. I got them tonight, and I'm going to start building a desk down here so I can start doing some more of my editing, stuff like that, because I want to get back into doing some more computer stuff. I enjoy it.
Fishing Chick, if you ever have questions on editing, you can get with the Bullock Experience. You can get with Palmetto.
Anybody that wants any editing advice.
You can get with Catfish Weekly, and they'll all gladly help you out with questions and everything you got on editing.
Yep.
The Catfish family is here to help.
And my thing is, don't go and spend money on these editing software. I mean, the simple free ones, like I said, well, I'm using Windows 10 video editor. It's free. It's on Windows 10. I mean, and I can still do 90%, 80-90% of the same things I can do on these $40 editing apps and websites.
Right.
So
if any questions anybody has here that anyone in the catfish community needs help with, just ask one of us. We'll gladly help you.
Oh yeah.
That's what the catfish community is here for, is to help.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, we got some people going out. Good night, Serena.
Serena, good night.
If you're leaving with Serena, I saw Creo was leaving out there before. Fish and Chick, I just saw that you accepted that. Thank you so much. Country Catfishing is he's out there that fishes with Kentucky Catfish Hunter. Kentucky Catfish Hunter working hard, trying to hit that 150 sub mark. So
no,
I'm still pretty low. I'm only about like 77 starting out this morning.
Hey, it takes time. Once you get going, it just we've been going live every Sunday morning. We finally missed one like 2 weeks ago. After I fished in the Blues tournament on Saturday. Stand 3 was gone for the weekend. I fished the Blues tournament on Saturday. My wife was even going to go with me Sunday morning, but I ended up frying the phone, and I didn't have access to any of my passwords and stuff, so we couldn't make it out that next Sunday. But we fished live every Sunday morning from October to now, and it'll start going after a while. People get to know you, and that's kind of what tonight was about, was people getting to see the Bullock experience. And you've been on my live before, and
it's like I think Thursday night. I mean, I wasn't a lot of in front of the video, but Epic and Avid here just kept the chat going. I'd pop in every once in a while just to talk a little bit, see who's in the chat, talk a little bit. But I mean, I was sitting there, and anybody knows if you're going after walleye or anything, you got to keep on casting and reel.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't stand right in front of the camera and just sit there. So that's where we were at. So
there's one channel I want to shout out tonight. He's a great fisherman, but he also owns his own bait and tackle store.
Oh, thank you, Avid. Oh, thank you so much. A great fisherman. I can't thank you enough. Oh, you weren't talking about me. Never mind.
He recently sent a box out to this person, which was Katie Collins, and it was Lee Reed with I think
Lee Reed.
Yeah, I forgot his bait shop name, but
Uncle Lou's.
Yeah, Uncle Lou's
tackle.
He sent out a box to Katie Collins, which had demon dragons in it. I mean, all kinds of demon dragons and some other stuff that really blew her mind, made her day. That was an awesome gesture. And
absolutely,
thank you,
awesome.
Lee Reed, huge supporter.
Yeah.
Can't say enough about him. We could
if anybody has Lee Reed's or Uncle Lou's information, can post it in chat.
Lou's Tackle on Facebook. If anybody that's moderator out there has that.
And if they have him on YouTube, Lee Reed's YouTube channel posted up too. But here,
Modern Fisherman, I saw some of your metalworking shorts and vids out there. He says you still have more subs than me, Bullock.
But Wandering, thanks for coming in. I mean, I appreciate him coming in some of my lives.
Yes.
Next week will be country catfishing, and the week after will be Serena.
Kevin, thank you so much. Uncle Lou's Tackle. Lee Reed, amazing support out there. I think he was in my chat. I think he was in my live. We were out there 5 hours out in that freezing rain and again today, and I think he was there for the 5 hours. So awesome person.
Rocco, there's a PayPal link that you can donate to in the description below for the fishing boxes.
Yeah, Rocco, until you hit 1,000 subs, that's why you'll see a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see a lot of people pushing for subs. You know, a lot. I think of everybody as family members because
I consider them for family members.
And, you know, a lot of us think of this as the Catfish family. So, but the reason that you're thinking of numbers is once you hit that 1,000 mark, once you hit that 1,000, you can do things like right now I pay $20-something a month for StreamYard just so that I can, I'm sorry, country catfishing. 2 stands, you're not a bad Katie, buddy, but you're an ugly one. Well, I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you so much.
Like I said, you need a hair.
Yeah, I know. But hey, I'm me. I'm a face made for radio. True. What can I say?
Right.
But
Lisa Lee, I had to throw that one up there to stand. I could.
Yeah, and you just threw me right off my train of thought. I don't know where I was going.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the super chat, the 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
That's why people want to get to the 1,000 subs, because once you hit 1,000, you get monetized. Not that it's you know, I've heard from people that it's, you know, a couple dollars a month or whatever, but you get to stream right through Facebook. So you don't have to pay for the StreamYard. $25 a month or $26 a month is what I pay just to be able to go live like we do every Sunday, or you know, they give you a certain amount for free, but other than that, you got to pay for it. So
yeah, because right now that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the free one just because, I mean, right now I don't think I'm going to put out that number of hours that they I think it's like 30 hours a month.
You get 20 free hours, but for somebody like me, my first live was, this is just going to be a short one, and it was 13 hours later. So.
13.
So 20 hours doesn't last. A short day for us out fishing was today, where we only fish live for like 5 hours.
5 hours, yep.
You know, 20 hours, it's just whatever. But anyways, so that's why people are pushing. And Rocco was asking about the super chat. You can't do the super chats and the stickers and all that stuff until you hit the 1,000 subs. So that's why people push for like the 1,000 sub mark.
Yeah.
No. Welcome, Lisa Lee, and thank you.
But you gotta push that content too.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. Once you hit that monetized number, their requirements are you have to push so many videos, so much content to keep you going. And
right.
I mean, if you ain't got the time, then I mean, to me, I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for. I mean, if I get there, I get there.
Yeah.
But I'm not there. I mean, like my wife says, YouTube is not my job.
No,
it's not my job.
No,
I gotta
YouTube is just sort of a passion.
Yes.
I gotta admit, I gotta confess to something. I thought the same thing. I'm like, this is going nowhere. Who wants to listen to me talk? You know, we started doing our lives in October, like I said, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm doing this because I'll bring my granddaughter out. I'm fishing with my son every Sunday. It'll just be something for, you know, I get to fish with my son and my family, and it'll be a place we can store those videos and look back on, and my granddaughters, we can see them when they're younger, and they can go up, and you know, it was just something to do that. Next thing I know, we're hitting like 200, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
You know, and then we have lives and videos hitting 1,000 views and 2,000 views, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So now it's like you hit 500 and something, and now you're like, well, dang.
Yeah.
Now I want to do that next level, you know. It kind of.
Yeah. I look at them and it's like, well, that's nice. I mean, if I can get there, I mean, yeah, getting paid to do what I'm doing and stuff like that, and people supporting me. But I hesitated. I really did hesitate to put my PayPal link up there. I really did, because I'm like, I don't think anybody's ever going to support me for what content I'm giving out. I mean, look what I've done so far. I've got all my life so far, I ain't got nothing. They ain't gonna pay me for nothing. So I mean, I hesitated to do that, and I did, but I just did it just to put it out there. I mean, if they wanted to, then that's fine. But I mean, I don't push it in my lives. I don't push it nowhere because I'm not here to get paid to do this. I'm here for fun to do this because I like fishing. I mean, I miss it. I mean, it's been probably 4 or 5 years since I've really got into doing fishing because it's all been about work. I mean, I've worked for the past 6 years at the hospital, 3 years. 3 years working in the main hospital, 3 years nursing, and then 3 years working for Coca-Cola, 6-7 days a week. I mean, I've not been able to get out and do nothing until now.
Yeah, I totally understand that. And Rocco, boom. Rocco, Lisa Lee, thank you very much. Howdy, Avid. Great stream tonight. Awesome job, Kelly. You did an amazing job. For not being used to coming up on these lives, and you got Avid and me up here who both like to talk and take up time. I hope we were able to kind of tried to feature you, the Bullock experience tonight. So,
he's the reason why we're here.
That's right. That's what I said right from the start.
Known and getting them shown and letting people see the face behind the name.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
I always have to get, I don't know if he's in here or not, Country Boy. I always have to give Country Boy the props for my name. Because when I first came in, it was just me. It was just my name. And then I asked for suggestions and he came up with this one and I was like, I think that fits because of what I do. I mean, I'm a creek wader. Now I'm going to get into catfishing. So it's my experiences.
Okay. So what is your PBs?
Oh, I don't know if I really have any. I mean,
well, that is awesome.
I'm not really done it much. So, I mean, they're all small. They're probably I'd say less than 10 pounds guaranteed.
Well, there you go. You've got a huge thing to look forward to. When you start, it's a journey because you'll start catching those. If you have the waters that they're in, which I believe, I don't know what section of Kentucky you're in, but if you can get to the Ohio River and some of the other places, I'm
venturing up that way.
You'll have the ability to get out there.
Has good cats. Kentucky has some really good sized cats there.
Yeah. So you'll get those PBs, and it may start out as a 10-pounder. God bless you. That's exciting when you get that first one like that. Oh, yeah. That makes you want to get that 20 and 30 and the next ones.
I mean, I used to when I was little. I know it's all everybody calls it. It's a sin, and now I look at it more that I got into the catfish community and everybody talks about it. I mean, I remember when I was a little bitty kid, they used to take me to these little pay lakes. And I know now I don't like them anymore. I mean, for the reasons what they done. At the time, I didn't know nothing about them. I didn't know that people were taking trophy cats out of these rivers and lakes and putting them in these little ponds.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, to me as a 5-6-year-old was great. I could throw any kind of bait out there and catch something.
It was awesome, because they had nothing to eat. And
No, they're starving them to death.
And the average person has no idea about that. That's one thing I love about Paula Smith is she's trying to change a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. And that's another thing I was talking about. We were on the CatCon, the guy with the conservation thing. And I was talking, I sent in I sent a chat in there that Kentucky, and me and Epic started, Kentucky needs a lot of laws when it comes to protecting our cats. We have nothing. We have nothing to protect them.
To get rid of the commercial gill netting for catfishing that's going towards the pay lakes, because that's all they're doing is targeting them, putting them in pay lake, and they don't have the pay lake set up for the river catfish, the way they feed, the way they go look for the housings or anything. There's you got a big mud hole in there, and they're throwing catfish that are used to one set environment and putting them in a whole different environment where they can't really adapt to it as quick as they need to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I don't want to cut this off, but Rocco, my PB was a 9-pound channel cat. Woo! Hey man, that's exciting. Yes, whenever you catch your biggest fish, I don't care what size it is, be excited about it because that's what's going to keep you fishing.
I mean, I probably caught my biggest PB so far, probably in that pay lake when I was a kid. I mean, but
you know what we kind of
I was a kid. I didn't know no better.
Yeah, what we kind of did, Kelly, and it may be something you can do on your channel, just a race. You have no PBs at all yet.
No. That's why people ask me what my PB. I'm like, I really don't know. I mean, I really don't because
it's zero. It's zero. You catch your first,
I really don't. So I'm gonna start. Yeah.
Yep. Just celebrate it. Be excited. Be happy about it, and your audience will be happy with you. That's
I'm just ready to get on the catfish. That's all I'm ready for.
There you go. There you go.
Be excited for every catfish you catch, because even if it's a baby killer like what Norm catches, a little dink like that could be bait.
Hey,
well, like that little dink.
That little dink like that could end up one
what's
day.
Up with that? I thought Norman. I'm not trying.
They're
to
a little smaller. They're about that big.
Right. What Norm catches maybe like that is a dink. You end up one day being 150 pound blue or 150 pound flathead.
Yeah.
I heard you say that a couple times about Norm tonight. That's not right.
I rip Norm a good one.
You sure do, man. Every time.
Norm's is ripping lips. He'll use a circle hook with cut bait, and every time that rod bends, he grabs that rod and goes, whee! Rips that circle right out of the lips.
Hey, I want to acknowledge Twisted Fishing TV. The more that I'm getting to see you, my friend, the more I'm liking you. Educate anyone that will listen now that y'all know. That's how we win this fight. Everybody, every single one of us can help with this. Knowledge is power. CPR, the big ones. Practice selective harvest. I preach that a lot. And on top of that, not only CPR, but learn how to handle the fish the best way possible. We're starting to fish in some deeper waters that we haven't experienced maybe some of those depths before.
Yeah.
As you move further down the James, you've got some spots that are 90, 100 foot deep. And you've got to be really careful bringing those fish up that far with burping and the change that happens with the slim bladder. And you can hear Tim Scott has talked about that and stuff. And there's a lot of other ones. But, yeah, man, I'm not going to judge anybody. If you catch a 50-pound fish and you decide to keep it, hey, that's all you. God bless you. It's your right. But my opinion, and the more people we can get convinced to do that, the better this will be for the fishing community. That big flathead that Stan 3 caught last night, guess what? That fish is back in the river, and it's at the low feeding stage right now. So imagine this spring, that 54-pound flathead, that's going to grow a few pounds this year. Yeah. You know, he's got a video releasing that where you see the tail slap, and that's what we're going to be posting that within the next couple days. So I get so excited watching those big ones like that. I don't care if it's mine or somebody else's. I love watching that huge monster. I love watching that big, and it could be 20 pounds, and you put that back, and that tail slaps, and it goes. Yeah. I love it. I get so excited about that.
I get asked a lot is am I catching am I keeping what I catch? No. I don't keep anything that I catch, especially if it comes to catfish. I want to release it right back in the water no matter what.
Yeah. Welcome to Catfishing. Please hit the subscribe and the bell icon and a thumbs up if you like this.
And this is
we'll let you know when we're live.
And you know, Avid does he feeds a lot of people with the fish that he catches, and you know, I have no ill. There's nothing. No. Everybody's going to do their own thing, and that's everybody's right, and that's what's love. That's what I love about this community is that there's no judgment, there's no whatever, and you know.
See, I'll keep certain sizes and I'll throw back certain sizes.
Yeah. Right.
I don't keep everything I catch. That's one thing.
Exactly. My big thing is the worst thing you can do is let that fish go to waste. If you just take that fish home to show people and it gets thrown out and it doesn't get used, that's the worst thing you can do. If you're gonna take it home and you eat it and et cetera, hey, you know it helped feed some people, so it wasn't in sacrifice. But
and that's the thing with me. I mean, I'm not gonna bring it home, and I'm not gonna take. I mean, I don't want to take the time having to clean it and all that stuff because I mean, I'd rather go to a restaurant and eat catfish. I mean, I don't want to spend the time doing my own stuff, so I'll just let it go. But I mean, if you want to keep it and feed your family with it, by all means, do what you need to do.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
I don't care.
The only thing I can say, if you're fishing from bigger rivers, there is pollutants and stuff out there. I don't recommend keeping anything above. They say 15 pounds, but I keep like if I'm going to take anything to eat, I'll keep like the 3-pounders or so, the 3 to 5.
The smaller ones,
me. It's just me, and it's for where I fish. But Twisted Fishing TV says burping fish needs to be pushed again. It's a lost art. And yeah, it's something that we need to know how to recognize it. It's not something, when you're fishing deep holes, you need to bring them up slowly. That'll help with that. Just like divers coming out of the deep water.
Yeah.
That's just, but learn how to handle the fish before you catch those big ones like that. Learn how to release them. So I'm totally.
You definitely got to let that water run through their gills and everything else to get them going back.
I like to eat fish.
Something on the burping part that I like to iterate on, and I don't think I think Tim touched on this at one point, but I'm not sure. Your drag, if it's set too tight, it will not let the fish play out and be brought up slowly to where they can burp. So if you have your drag set just right to where they can run and pull, it allows them to come up more of a slower pace, but it also gives the fish the chance to burp itself as it's coming up. Yeah. So if you see bubbles coming up out of the water as you're bringing up the fish, you know it's being burped. It's letting out those gases in the air pockets that's in the swim bladder to where it can be brought up even slower. Plus, it gives you the fight that you're looking for those big cats.
Yeah.
Once again, you're 100% right. Yes, it is fighting that slowly, letting it come up, and as it comes up the levels, it's able to release a lot of that itself. And yes, that's 100% correct there, Avid.
And I can understand how some people want to horse something that big in to get them in that quick.
Hey, I tell you what, if you haven't caught a fish in a couple days, the past couple times you went out, you get excited. And
I see. I'm that way. I mean, I've done 3 lives and I've not really caught nothing. I've had bites. I'm ready for something. Even if it is a 2 or 3 pound cat or whatever, I'm ready for something.
Twisted Fishing TV.
That's one thing I always tell beginners that I help and teach how to catfish. Get your drag set just right, so if you do catch that big one, you're not going to horse him in. You're not going to kill him, but you're going to let him burp himself to where he won't die after you bring him out of that deep water.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to release him without killing him.
Rocco said, "Yep, you're right." Twisted TV. Most folks get lost in the excitement, just exactly what we were saying, and put the wood to them. Yeah, it's really easy to do, especially if you're just getting into catfishing. That's one of the biggest tips. I'm guilty of it. A couple weeks ago, I did the same thing. I wasn't used to fishing, and we were in a 60-foot hole, and it was the Blues tournament, and I was trying to get that. It was just we were fishing in the ice and rain, and you just get this. But we always got to put the fish ahead of ourselves, in my opinion. And Twisted TV is exactly right there.
Now, Jason Lamb, I fished with him, and he's last year's meet and greet winner for the bragging rights contest. And he's got the gear for big cats. In 1 hour, he's caught 120 pounds of cats in 1 hour last year. And I mean, they were not small.
Yeah. That's like the video that P City and Timmy did together. That little collab.
Yeah.
I think their whole video, I think they were well over 200 something pounds of cats.
Oh, they killed it. They killed it.
They killed it, definitely.
I was so happy for Timmy. I really have a great your brother and I are kind of connected. We kind of started at that same time, and we're both at that same level, and we both kind of do the same kind of things. And my only advantage is I got stand 3 with me, and you know, he goes out and he fishes day after day, week after week, and but I really have and I've met your brother. He came down here and fished with us, and when he did 1 ton and it was stand 3 and myself and 1 ton and Art and Josh from 1 ton and your brother, and he was the only one to catch a fish that day, like 5 minutes after we set up, and not another bite the rest of the day. But
and see, that's when I met you all. I mean, that was the first time I had ever been in any of y'all's lives. Ever.
Oh, what a blast! What a blast! I really enjoyed your brother, and you know, we're right at that same level, and I wish him all the best. And it's great having somebody like that you know, that you're starting out with. So I know you're talking with Country Boy, and he's pretty much in that same area right now, starting out, and so that's great that you know, that's a person that you can bounce things off of and kind of work with and things like that. So that's awesome.
I've got him. Me and J Dog's been talking about doing some stuff together. I've got Doom Guy and his family. They're only 45 minutes for me, so I'm wanting to do some stuff with them.
I'm sorry, I was just laughing. 1 Ton Fishing Club Art. I like burping. We're not talking about yourself. We're talking about the fish.
Only thing he's burping up is shad.
I'm sure.
1 Ton Art. Talk about the food. Talk about the food. Yeah. Hey, Art, you missed that. You missed that. Tim was I say Tim. I'm sorry. Kelly was up here.
Hey.
We were just talking about your brother. Like I said, I really like your brother. So
no, if it's Art, you gotta watch out.
Yeah.
Art, for 1 ton, you gotta watch out because he don't burp.
Well, we were talking with Kelly before about all the snacks and stuff, so you missed that part.
Yeah. I think we did about 30 minutes of that.
I like that though. That, you know, that's the kind of thing that people, as they don't realize the other, you know, they see people in chat and even, you know, you start doing a couple lives and they don't really get to know you until you do some of these. You know, like Avid's been doing this a long time with the chats like this at night, and he really was kind of, well, in our kind of community, there's been some other people that did it before, but in our kind of community, he was the first one that started doing things like, what did you call it? Avid's Wild Bunch or something like that, where you would put the link out and anybody that would come up, anybody that wanted to come up, you know, now there's a bunch of other people that do that same kind of thing. Avid was, you know, one of the first ones that was willing to just put that link out there and say, hey, come up and talk to us. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so Art, we were talking about the food earlier. You missed that. Sorry. We're talking about fishing, and we're talking about the Bullock experience right now.
It's not all about the 1-tonners. Not always.
No.
Doesn't it always go to that? What's up with that?
It does.
I don't know how. Although, oh, man. I was about to pop on the 1-ton hat.
You got the sticker behind you. You got the sticker behind you.
The 1-tonners.
And they're my Virginia brothers, so I gotta kind of, you know, we're the Richmond division. We're the 1-ton Richmond division, so, you know, kind of goes.
I don't hate no channels, but it always comes back to 1-tonners for some reason.
Always. It's like they come in anybody's live, and it always ends up being about them.
Tonight, it's not about the one-turners. It's about the Bullock experience.
That's right. That's right. Oh my goodness! Always a lot of fun.
One turner get their moment in glory.
Oh, yeah, they get it all the time.
Oh yeah,
they killed it. You know the Whisker Bowl that Palmetto did. We were talking with about Palmetto doing the CatCon this weekend, but he did the Whisker Bowl. Your brother killed it with he was just with the helmet, and he went
the helmet, the jersey, and everything. Yes.
Oh, all in. God bless him. That was awesome.
Well, and then also a giveaway every hour, every minute, every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Golly.
Hey, Michael Morello, welcome. Thanks, bud. You did really great tonight on Kevin's show.
Is that Morello?
Yeah, it's Michael Morello.
Oh, he's got a question. We got a question for you, Kelly. How much you weigh, Kelly?
How much do I weigh? I'm not a one-tonner, I can tell you that. I can tell you that I'm not a one-tonner.
Well, I can guarantee you I'm part of the 1 ton club.
Oh, here, I'll stand up for you and let you get an idea. I got a little bit of a belly, but that's about it.
$1.50.
Let's put it this way. 8 years ago, almost 9 years ago, when my wife was pregnant with our child, I gained 40 pounds and I haven't lost it. That tells you anything.
I thought it was supposed to be the wife that gained the weight, not the husband.
No, apparently not in this family.
Palmetto says, sorry, you don't make the cut. You got to be at least 250 to join.
250. That's why they call me. That's why they call me the. I think it was the 1/16th tonner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Art and Uncle Josh called me the 1/16th tonner.
I say 1/32. But I won't give you a little on this show.
No, I'm only around about $1.50.
Hey,
no,
I'm sorry to stop.
When I started out doing lives, there was only Catfish Weekly on Monday nights, and there's Patriot Games on Wednesday nights. There was no one on Tuesday nights, no one on Thursdays, no one on Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. So I decided, why not start one up on Friday for catfishing? When I first started out doing it, it was DIYs and live chats. And now it's grown into having beginner catfishing all on here. It has Average Wild Bunch. And now I like bringing up the newbies up in here, the new beginning catfishermen, so they can be seen and everything.
Yeah.
But
I'm a newbie to the catfish world, but not newbie to fishing.
No, I'm just saying newbies to the catfishing.
No, he's talking about, not necessarily even catfishing, but the YouTube, the whole catfish family.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just started 2 months ago on YouTube.
Yeah, it's amazing what Abbott's trying to do to bring the attention to some of the younger.
And see, that's what we were talking about earlier on the CatCon, is to push more people like that.
Yeah.
No, Michael Morello, I do not.
I'm just gonna. I'm not meaning to stop it again, but Michael Murillo said, "I've been here the whole time, Avid, just been quiet." I don't know how Michael Murillo and Palmetto Cats are even looking at a live stream right now. You know, they've been reading chat for 2 straight days, and you know,
you try keeping up with chat for 2 straight days, and
I like to ask Kevin what in the world has he been taking to be able to stay awake right now?
No, I have a hidden snack machine up in there somewhere. I'm just not pulling out the chips and the sausages yet.
I got these. I'll snack on these.
Yeah, I'm a lunatic. Yeah, Michael Murillo, we all love you. You know, everybody's live. Everybody The support from the whole Catfish family is just,
Those are my favorite, Kelly.
just
Oh,
the
those
support
good.
from the whole
Oh my
Catfish
gosh,
family.
those are so good. The Dutch chocolate ones are the best, I think.
Yeah, but see, I got the best at home that you don't sell.
What?
6
Hey, Brian
cases
B.
of Girl Scout cookies.
Which kind of cookies?
Girl Scout. I got 6 big boxes of Girl Scout cookies.
I've got stuff will beat that.
What?
I got iced oatmeal, iced molasses, frosted lemon,
He's got tarts.
raspberry field.
I got the s'mores cookies that they sell. Girl Scout s'mores. I got 4 cases of them. I got 4 cases of the peanut butter doughos they got, the lemon drops.
Brian B, I am getting the first Mountain Dew sponsorship. I'm sorry. I've brought this up for months and months now. I bring it up every Sunday morning live. I do the do.
You don't want my plug on drink.
I call it
You
my
don't want
James
my plug
Earl-
on drink right now.
Well, you got to say it now because we're all interested now.
Too bad that ain't in the dark.
It's empty. I ain't got no more.
Ah.
Too bad that ain't in the dark.
I ain't got no more. I gotta drink water right now. It's too late. Too late to drink anymore.
1 Ton Fishing Club Art says, "Dude, Avid, forget the fishing box. Send me a box of the Girl Scout cookies."
I have 2 customers yesterday and today. They gave me, one customer brought me a cup of coffee and a vacuum sealed bag of halibut fillets, and another one gave me another cup of coffee with a package of vacuum sealed porterhouse steaks in it, 2-inch thick cuts.
Oh, well, their Outdoors Addiction says, "Forget the cookies, give me a steak." So you just followed that right up perfect, David. Michael
get all kinds of crazy donations here.
Murillo says, "Well, you were going to hear live, Stan. I am not infallible. I had told Kelly I would find him some reels for those rods, and I think I already gave those away. So he's going to have to keep looking in the vault."
That's fine. Hey.
1 Ton Fishing Club L8.
L8. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what kind of reels?
I got them all over the place here.
So what kind of reels do you use, Kelly?
I've always used spinning reels.
What brands? Cast King pins.
No, I've always used, what I've used is always the Shakespeare's.
Those are good reels.
Yeah.
I get the Shakespeare Baitcaster ATS low profile reel on a chunky rod.
Yeah. Well, mine's usually always the cheapy ones that you can get at Walmart, I think.
I'll be right back.
This Shakespeare reel I got is an inexpensive reel.
Yeah.
But it's a baitcaster. I tell you what, I've set the drag on it a couple times, and I haven't had to worry about putting my thumb on it when I cast it.
Yeah. So I'm used to the ones I'm used to don't have the drag on them.
You use spinning reels. Like
just regular spinning reel. Yeah, they don't have no drag, no nothing on them.
I have 2 pins. I have the Pin Fierce 8000 and the Pin Fierce 6000. Both are ocean reels and freshwater reels.
Yeah.
I have the Cascade 5000, which has a bait clicker on it, which I like, and it's a spinning reel.
Yeah.
And those 3 reels, they cast with like a dream. I just don't like the amount of filament because you can hear it beating on the eyelets when you cast.
Yeah.
And I don't get the distance I like when I use the braid.
Yeah. Looked like Stan had to step out for a second.
Yeah, he probably had to go do something. No, Mad Catter, he has a collection of reels.
Yeah.
If you go back and seen when he was a guest on here,
Okay.
he had two shelves, almost 4 shelves behind him of reels that he used and that he keeps with laying on him in case he needs them.
Yeah.
Wow. He sent Chunky a rod, and the rod that I won was from Mad Catters. It's a 7-foot medium action, but this action on this rod is more on the heavier side of the medium action. It's got a lot of backbone.
A lot of backbone. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's good, especially if you're going after something big. Is what I understood. I mean, because you want to have, especially when that tip of that rod starts bending straight over, you want to have more backbone on it.
Exactly. And being a bank fisherman, I like having more of the height and the backbone for heavy.
Yeah.
Because I go anywhere from 11 foot to 15 foot for rods on the bank. That way you get above everything along the shoreline that's going to get snagged up or anything.
Yeah.
Plus, it gives you the backbone in the fight to get you up, get the fish out of the current to where you can help get them turned around. But with a drag set, it gives them that fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw some of your videos that had some of the longer poles.
Yeah, those are what I use for the Mississippi, the Kaskaskia, and most lakes. And I go anywhere from 20-pound braid to 40-pound braid because it's a small.
What do you suggest on mono? I know you're a braid guy.
I'd go with a Whisker Seeker. They have a new monofilament line that's thinner. Yeah. And you can get a lot of it on there. You can, if you know Mad Catters, Richard Ward.
Yeah.
He can get you he can tell you the line it is right off the bat. And I seen it. That line is still on that reel. I've casted it countless times, and I've hung it up once on something into the water, and I tried pulling that hook and sinker out. That line is tough.
Yeah.
For as thin as it is, that is really tough. But it's strong.
Yeah.
It finally broke, but when it broke, it sounded like a 22 going off. It really sounded like a gun going off. But I know it's a Whisker Seeker line, a newer version, but it's really good. It's a Florence and orange line.
I saw that, Murillo. I finally turned into a catfish. It's gonna happen one of these days. But
yeah, the only thing I use that's PC fun is my Catfish backpack.
I was looking at some of them. I think I was looking at some of the ones that were like, I think it was like a 5,000 spinning reel that PC Fun had, and with the 18% off that Palmetto told us, I could have got 3 of them for like $73. But that was one of those things. Like, do I have the money to really throw at it? So I was like, I'll wait. I'll wait on it.
No, these
that's a lot of money to throw out something. Right off the bat.
Yeah. I've thrown maybe $500 at 2-pin reels, which I've had for 4 years, and they've still worked and they still keep up. And those are the only 2 reels I've not had to take it apart, clean up, and grease. I just have to lube them every once in a while, and they work great.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of our bait cast reels that you see us use on our channel are Penn Warfares. Really good price point. I think we got ours. We found ours at Green Top Sporting Goods. They're normally like a $79 reel. We got them for like $50 a piece or something like that. $40 a piece, somewhere in that range. But they're awesome. I also have an Akuma, classic Akuma for bait cast. Hard to beat that. It's a very simple. You put it back. You put the. It's got a little trigger on the side. You pull that back. Put your thumb on it. You cast it out. If you want to lock it down, you put that trigger back up to lock it down. If you want to leave it with the bait alert, you put that back in free spool and put the bait alert on. It's a basic Akuma, but there's a lot of good fishermen that use that Akuma Classic. So again, it's about a $40 reel. I got it for $20. So there's some real good bait casting, big, that'll handle big fish at decent prices. And it's the same thing as everything else. You start out with that, and then all these other ones you kind of migrate up to as you keep going. And
yeah. But one advice I'd give people, if you're going to use braid, get a rod with stainless steel eyelets.
Exactly, Abbott, exactly.
Ceramic is not good with braid, and I'd even say getting the stainless steel eyelets for if you're using monofilament.
Yeah.
Because monofilament and braid work better in the stainless steel eyelet than they will ceramic eyelet. Because when you're fighting that big fish and that monofilament stays in that one set groove, it's going to start cutting in there sooner or later.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you've got braid or mono. If you fish a lot and you fish the hard river conditions and the big baits and eventually those ceramic eyelets will start breaking down. So yeah, the metal, the stainless steel eyelets.
Stainless steel eyelets are the best way you can go. Because you have more of a control on how you can keep the stainless steel eyelets. You can keep them smooth a lot easier and maintain them a lot easier than you can with a ceramic. Because you got to get
talk about braid and stuff like that. What do you all? What are y'all's thoughts on leaders?
Leaders, I use Cajun line.
Okay, so you actually do put a lead on your line.
Oh yeah, if you're using braid, you almost have to put a mono leader on there or a fluorocarbon leader.
Yeah,
I use a leader on all my reels, all my rods. If I'm using a monofilament, I'll go with a sinker slide, a bead to the swivel. And from the swivel, I do a leader to the hook.
Yeah, see, that's things that I'm not used to. I'm not used to that kind of stuff. So to me, I'm new to all that stuff. How to figure out how to tie that stuff, how to put them together.
Yeah, there's a lot of great videos out there on basic.
I do have a video on how I rigged one of those up before on my channel.
Yeah.
And it shows how I done it, and it's a good video.
The biggest
it's not a long video, but
the biggest difference, Kelly, is in the creeks and the smaller in like ponds or lakes, you can get away with whatever because there's not a lot of current, there's not a lot of whatever. But you start using big baits in current, and there's line twist, there's you got that big bait on that current. There's a lot of water passing through it. It's gonna twist around it.
Yeah, because this is what I'm using. So there's my swivel, and then see, I got mono to my weight.
Right. Oh, so you basically
got. What I'll do is I'll take that swivel right about where am I at? Right here. I'll take that swivel right where that hook's sitting at. I'll drop that hook down, and then I'll tie off from there on up.
Now,
that's what I was using the last time I went fishing. But I may be doing it wrong.
here's what I'd recommend to you. Look up the Carolina rig.
Okay.
Like that's what Avid was trying to say before. Sometimes with that hook connect to the swivel like that right there.
Yeah.
The other line can get your main line can get in the way.
Okay.
So yeah, your bait's gonna just spin like that there, but it's too close to your main line. So
Gotcha.
I'm sure you probably get some tangle ups and things like that. Plus with your main line there, it might get in the way of that hook and stuff. Usually what they'll do is you have your main line go down to a barrel swivel. What you had there was the snap swivel. You just go down to like a barrel swivel. You tie your main line to that.
The snap swivel. Oh.
No, go ahead, Avid.
The snap swivel you have there, I'd upgrade to a bigger, heavier gauge snap swivel that will hold up to at least 100-pound test. Because that tiny one you got there, you hook into a big cat, they'll destroy that swivel.
Okay.
They'll destroy that small one.
Yeah.
But the Carolina rig is what a lot of people will use, and basically you got your main line come down, and you put your sinker on there. You put your sinker on there first, then you put a bead, and then you tie that to a barrel swivel, and then from the barrel swivel on down, you tie your leader.
Okay.
And some people use a heavier leader than they do the main line, which is before the swivel. And some people use a lighter leader than the main line. You know, so you'll have to. I could probably explain that to you more if we talk privately, but it's just a personal preference, and it depends on the fish. The weight of the line that you're using depends on the waters that you're fishing and the fish that you're fishing for. But so you got your main line, you put the sinker on there, you put a bead, then you put the barrel swivel, then you put a leader, you tie that to the bottom end of the barrel swivel, and you put a hook. You put a hook at the end of the leader.
Okay.
So now from the barrel swivel up on your main line, that can be braid or mono. But then from the bottom of the barrel swivel out to your hook, that's usually monofilament. And if you're fishing for the bigger cats, 40, 50, we use 50-pound mono.
That's what I've got.
80.
So that's what I've got.
You see, the reason why I use Cajun line is I know how strong it is. I know how strong the Cajun.
This is a 40-pound. This is a big game mono.
Right. Is that 30 pounds or 40?
It's 40.
That's what I put on the reel.
That's what you put on the reel?
For your main line.
Okay.
Well, it depends. Or I don't know what waters you fish. I don't have a lot of experience where you're at in Kentucky. Like if you're fishing the Ohio River, where like Muskrat Adventures and them fish, and and you got the potential, like Skip Stewart caught a 60-something pounder out in the Ohio River not too long ago. So 40-pound main line would be good. If you're fishing lakes or different sections of Ohio where you're catching channel cats and things like that, where the biggest fish may be a 10-pound channel, or a 15, maybe even all the way up to a 20-pound channel, 20-pound main line is about as big as you would want to get. But
I know in some of the rivers that I'm going to be doing, I know there's 18-pound channel or 18-pound flatheads.
Yeah, so
I know there's going to be some big fish in there. If there's 18-pound flatheads, I know there's going to be some big fish in that areas.
Yeah, but 40-pound big game will bring in any big fish you want.
Yeah, you could get away with 20-pound big game.
Jason Lamb will tell you, Catfish Headhunters will tell you that. A lot of people that fish Kentucky will tell you about 40-pound big game is a good line to use
for the main part.
Right, for the main line. But like I was telling you about the Cajun line for a leader, I know how strong it is. I brought in a bass boat with it, sideways, out of the middle of a lake where you can't wade and go fishing for it. Yeah. I've hooked in some big cats and brought them in with it on leaders. And I know if a cat hits that 17-pound Cajun or 20-pound Cajun leader, it ain't breaking.
Yeah.
It will not break. If it hooks into something in the bottom of that river, it's going to pull it up. If not, it's going to break the eyelet or it's going to break the swivel.
Kelly, rather than us trying to read that for you, you know how to get out to chat from StreamYard, right?
Yeah, let me put it on there.
Go out and check the comments about the snap swivels and about the past 15 or 20 of them are awesome advice.
Oh, yeah. I'd really go with them.
Yeah, I use a 50 and a 30 for later.
30 would be
good fix style sinker rig. This is a boat rig. It's all what allows your sinker to slide between two swivels and about 18 inch. Yeah.
That's why I like the sinker slides.
Okay.
I've got the sinker slides will be sitting on the line.
Yeah.
The slide will be going up and down the line, which will be protecting your line from the sinker. And if you do get that sinker slide caught in that rock, that clip can normally either pop off or break and keep your line safe.
Okay.
But the Texas rig is really good for rocky bottoms, where you have your sinker sitting on the bottom, go up 2 feet, and have your first rig hook come off. And tie it that way.
Yeah. So I think I was trying to go after like the Kentucky rig is what I was trying to go after.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's where the sinker's on the bottom.
Yeah.
You go from the sinker, top of the sinker where you have your line tied, go up at least a foot and a half, 2 foot, and put your first hook.
Well, it depends, David. Like what I use that Kentucky rig, and Chad has the Fishing with the Chad has a great video about how to tie that Kentucky rig, the double Kentucky rig.
Right.
You know, a lot of the water that Avid fishes is the Mississippi, and they've got some. He needs that up out of that that bottom riprap and stuff like that. So that's you know, that's kind of a. When he says a foot and a half up, that's up into where the clear water is, pretty much just off the bottom. Yeah. Like when I fish around here in the James River, especially in the cold water right now that we're fishing, the catfish are down in the mud. They're down real close to the bottom. So I put my sinker on the bottom, and my first hook is only up about 6 inches or so, maybe 7 inches.
I think that's way mine. I mean, mine's not that. I mean, really, it's really not that far.
It's not that far off.
No, it's not that far off.
No.
It's just that if you get a big fish with that snap swivel like that, it'll straighten that, like what they were saying. There's a few people out there that said that snap swivel. It'll just
pull it right out there.
Pull it right out because they're just catfish are just so strong and there's so much weight to it that they just pull that. You know, it'll hold the bass. It'll hold the 5-6 pound bass and the things like that. But you know, you hook into a 15 or 20 pound catfish, and there's just so much weight behind it. Especially if you get in any current, it'll straighten out those smaller snap swivels.
But when you tie a Kentucky rig, go to Walmart or anywhere that sells 3-way swivels and tie them under for the Kentucky rig. Because the swivels are going to protect your line no matter what. Because when a big cat or any cat gets on there, catfish have a tendency to roll.
They like
absolutely. They like to twist the line up. And if they can twist it all the way up into the reel, it's going to weaken the line. What the swivel does, keeps it right there at that leader. On the leader, won't go into the line or anything else. It just keep twisting that line there. Where your hooks and everything else is just perfectly safe. It won't get weakened. That's why I like the 3-way swivel for the Kentucky rig or the straight barrel swivel for the Carolina rig.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I see Central Valley out in chat put learning still using 17 pound per leader. He also put never used barrel, grew up using snap, but looks like I'm switching now. Well, the Central Valley, it depends on where you're fishing. It depends on what you're fishing for. Like here in the James River, I know I keep bringing it up, but I'm just using it for example. Stand 3 caught a 50 plus pound flathead last night in heavy current, in current. So that's, you know, like that's just huge. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of torque. It's a lot of whatever.
Yeah.
If you don't have those fish in your area, if you're fishing ponds or smaller rivers or smaller where there's you know, channel cats where the biggest fish that you're catching is maybe a 10-pounder, then the 17-pound is plenty of weight. But if you're fishing heavy current where you're using heavy baits and you're using weights themselves that are like today, I was using 8-ounce weights that weren't holding the bottom, so I probably should have been using like 12 or 14. Yeah, donkey weights is what I really
weights.
Yeah,
That's epic sweet.
yeah. God bless Epic, but that needs the heavier line. So it really depends on where you're fishing and what you're fishing for. So when we say about the size of the line or the size of it's all when we say big or heavy, it's really relative to where you're fishing at and what you're fishing for.
Yeah, because I was using, I think the last, actually not the last live, but the one before it, my current was actually pretty. Well, no, I wasn't even doing a live. I went 2 weeks ago and I wasn't doing the live because I know a few others were on live and I didn't want to go over top of them doing mine because I want to give them their time. But I was using the 2-ounce weights here, and the current was actually pretty good, and it wasn't moving the 2-ounce weight in my area.
Yeah, so for most of like the rivers, most of where a lot of you hear the people talking about the bigger cats and whatnot, 2 ounces is like they would use that out in the boats for maybe drifting or something where you want your weight going. Like 2 ounces doesn't hold in most of the bigger rivers and things like that. So it, you know, like I said, it's all relative to where you're fishing at.
Yeah.
And the heavier the current, the heavier the fish that you're fishing for, the more you need to go up. The least the current, the smaller the fish, or not smaller, but the lighter the fish, you know, you can scale things down and still be good.
I knew around here, especially because it's winter down here, and we've had a lot of cold and water freezing. I know they're going to be on the bottom, so I know my current wasn't fast enough to move it. So I knew 2 ounce would work perfect and put me right on the bottom, sitting there for them.
Because a lot of rivers, like what me and Epic been talking about, is most of your main big rivers have 2 different currents. Have your top water current, then your bottom current, and
your bottom current's usually the fastest.
Right, and you throwing a 2 ounce weight in there, it'd be like throwing a feather into a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You can throw an 8 ounce weight in a heavy current. It's going to hit it, but it's going to take a lot longer to get there. But you throw a donkey weight there, it's going to drop a lot quicker.
Oh yeah, and you'll see it. You'll see it pull that. You'll see it just pull that line right out of there.
Right, like your Missouri, your Ohio, your James, your Kentucky, your Tennessee rivers all have main hard currents.
And those are even small rivers compared to the Mississippi, because the Mississippi is like no joke. That's like current.
I'm just saying, any river that has hard and heavy currents.
Yes.
Weights.
That's what I'm going to find out this next time. I think, I don't know if I'm going to do it this Saturday because we're fishing in a lake, but I think when we go up and do the Rockcastle River, I have to really look at the current on that one because I've not done much on it. So current may be faster than what weight I have.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Anywhere with heavy weights, I'd go with anything from 5 ounces up to a pound.
Yeah.
Hey, that's also another awesome tip. Twisted Fishing TV. I'm liking you more and more, my friend. If you bank fish, go upstream and cast down to your target. That'll help your sinker drift from the bank. If you throw straight out to the current, the current, because you'll see your line will do this, and it's pulling the sinker down with it, and it's going to pull it right into a snag. But if you go upstream and you cast down this way, it's more of a straight line thing. So the sinker will go down, and it kind of sits there, and then you kind of reel your line into it, and it's not.
That's good advice when you're doing that right there from a bank, but also when we were doing the walleye and stuff like that, especially down below the dams, if you ever fished below a dam, the current is so quick. They have these little, what they call eddies, where the water is going really fast and it turns that water, and that's where most of the fish are going to be at.
Right.
We fished out into the current and let that line come into those eddies, so that way the fish would catch it. You never fish just straight into the eddies. You want that line to hit that current and then come into it.
You have to,
and I say the thing about the bank and the current.
Dam, anywhere down below a dam like where I fish on the Alton, you literally have to aim at least at 2 o'clock upstream to cast. So by the time it gets into those eddies and those pockets, it'll be there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that Twistin' Fishing TV said that today, because if anybody that was watching the live earlier today, like I said, that current was ripping, and I was on a dock, and I would walk up the dock, so I'd be out of the camera, and I was doing that exact thing that Twistin' Fishing TV just said that right there. You go upstream from it, you cast down, and then I was coming back to put my pole in the camera. So that's awesome advice there. I should have said that on the live today, but that's great advice.
I just cast upstream. I don't walk upstream because most of my rivers, that's a nice little walk.
Well, no, he's talking. He's only talking. You go. I went maybe 20, 25 feet up and casted that way rather than casting straight out, because then your line which has. When you cast it out and your line hits the water, your line with no weight on it, that slack line, is going to go in front of your weight. Oh, I'm way over there. It's going to go in front of your weight. So then it ends up dragging your weight this way, which will drag it right down into the snags. But if you're upriver and you cast back at where you want your weight to sit, it doesn't drag it down the river as much.
That's why I like using
as many rocks and snags. So.
That's why I like using my bigger, longer rods, because I can cast farther upstream. And when I set them in the pool holder, I keep them up out of the snags.
Twisted, the Mississippi current will float a damn cannonball. I can't help with that one.
Nope.
Hey,
one time, good night. Appreciate you being in.
You need a cannonball to get down in that Mississippi when it's heavy floods.
Yeah, Jason Lamb, 12-ounce weights aren't enough in the Mississippi River. Drives me crazy.
That's why you need 15 and 20s.
I've seen Epic in one of his videos throw a 2-pound weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you talk about something that hits the bottom quick, that drops.
Those donkey weights that he made in that video were massive.
Yes.
Yeah, but me and you have one thing on the Mississippi. We may throw some heavy weights, or the baits are even bigger than the weights.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And that's when you need those heavier rods, those heavier action rods that in the smaller rivers and the smaller currents, we can get away with some of the other cheaper rods. But that's when you need that big backbone rod to handle the weight, just the weight of what you're casting, the weight of your sinker, the weight of your bait. That's where those other bigger, heavier action rods come in handy, is for those rivers like that. So, it's like I said, it's all relative to where you're fishing, what current you're fishing in, what fish you're fishing for, what baits you're going to use, what sinkers you're going to use. I can see a person just coming into it. It's not as simple. That's why I say catfishing. Everybody used to think catfishing was just some hillbillies on the bank throwing something stinky out and catching catfish. Well, no, once you start going into it, there's a whole science behind it. There's a whole math. There's a whole biology. It's really you know, that if it was that simple, everybody would be professional catfishing. We'd all be tournament fishermen. We'd all be out there on the Pro Cats tour, and you know, but it's not. It's like you've got to learn how to fish in the different waters and the different different currents, the different, you know, it's all a whole thing that you have to learn. Now, yeah, is there similarities across the country? Sure. But each river system, each lake, each pond is going to be a little bit different, and that's where you need to time on the water, learn the areas that you're fishing in, and that's the biggest thing that's going to help you move up to that next level.
Twisted, I always do that. I always stay. That's actually upstream. You want to stay upstream from your partner. That way the scent don't come to you. Downstream is when you get the smell.
Right, but with catfish are attracted to that scent, so they're going to come.
Yeah, they're going to go to the first scent they catch. Yep.
Right.
No.
All right, Fishing Chick. Thank you. I appreciate you being out there all day. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Lakes work a lot differently, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole different. Yep.
I mean, I believe. I believe our lake's got some fish in it, but I mean, it's like Epic's told me. He was down here on Lake Cumberland for like, I think, days and caught like maybe one or two. So, I mean, there's some out there in our lake down here, but it's just, it's hard to find them.
Than you do a river.
Do what?
You got to look differently at a lake than you do a river.
Absolutely.
I fish both big lakes, small lakes, Illinois, Kaskaskia, the Mississippi, and going to target the Ohio River this year because I'm in a location where I can get to all the rivers I want to go to at a decent time. But me, as a bank fisherman, I look at lakes through Google Earth, looking for the channels, looking for the creeks,
the coves that come off of them.
Right, and I don't target the coves. I look how close the creek channel is getting close to the bank.
Okay.
And where it gets close to the bank, and I look at the ground area over there in Google Earth to see how much trees are there, or if it's grass, or if I can get to it real easy to where I can set up and fish that channel. And I follow that channel all the way through that lake and everything to where I look for the good bank locations where I can reach out and touch it. Whether it's maybe 50 feet from the bank, maybe 300 feet from the bank, or 250 feet from the bank where I can cast out with my big rods. And I like Frank Holton, Grand Mirage Park, where I fish at the boat ramp across from the golf course. The channel is actually 275 yards from the boat ramp.
Epic's out there playing golf within the river.
From the golf course side, it's only maybe like 80 yards from the bank. Yeah. And my 11, 13-foot rods, I can hit that channel all day long with 4-ounce weights. And everybody says I'm casting halfway across the lake. Maybe so, but I'm bringing out the cats. I'm going where the cats are at.
Yeah.
But I look at those things when I go to lakes and everything. I use Google Earth.
Rick's Fishing Adventures. Each area is unique. Trial by error till you figure it out. Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, it's time. It goes back to you get some basic information. You learn some basic fish biology and things like that. And
I mean, I don't just go for the catfish. I mean, even for me doing creek wading, I mean, it's the same way. I mean,
Yep.
it's you never you gotta walk the creek to know where the fish is at.
Yep.
Jason, if you want a good eater-sized cats, you can use stink baits right now.
Yeah.
You can use stink baits right now for good eater-sized cats. You can use stink baits all year long if you want, and you can catch some nice channel cats, some small blues, and maybe, I wouldn't say flatheads, but you'll catch yellow bellies, you'll catch channels, maybe a couple blue cats. Good night, Jason.
Hey, good night, Jason. And outdoor
Good night,
suggestion.
Jason.
Good time to use a stink bait. The absolute best times are spring and fall, where the fish are feeding the most. Because then they're going to be investigating some other things, but that's your absolute best time.
Twisted,
Yeah.
I will
there you
agree
go.
with you on that one. After the spawn, I will
Yes.
go with night crawlers, and dip baits. I won't use pre-ball dip baits. I'll use the dip baits with a foam rubber on a treble hook and dip them in that way and go that way with them. Because that way it'll get the channels and blues into biting again. But with the flatheads, after a post spawn and they're protecting their nest down here, I'll take a yellow belly that big and put him on a stinger hook. One through the upper mouth and one through the tail, and cast him out there around the beds where flatheads are. Because flatheads and blues are a natural enemy. The flatheads and yellow bellies are natural enemies because the yellow bellies will try to eat the eggs out of a flathead's nest.
Well, Epic. My goodness, I talk to Epic too much on the phone, I guess. Avid. What do you mean by yellow belly? You're talking about.
I'm not talking about a flathead.
Right.
This is a little bullhead catfish.
Yellow bullheads. There you go. Just so nobody gets confused, because some parts of the country call flatheads yellow catfish, but.
Well, we call them both up here, so.
Yeah.
But the bullhead catfish are an enemy to the flathead. Up here, the flatheads hate them. Because if you find a good flathead population up here, you will not see a bullhead population. Bullheads will eat them. That's why in the Mississippi, you catch channels, you catch blues, and you catch flatheads. You will never bring in a bullhead.
And there's D. Smithy. My wife is in the chat tonight. For those that don't know, that she knows about fishing. I remember being most comfortable and getting good bites in part marsh lake. It had channels with a bit of current. That was the first time she'd ever seen a bowfin. But that's what we used to fish a lot up in a couple of the Bashakill, and then even on the lake that we lived on. But yeah, the Bashakill, that was a huge area like that and had some huge fish in it.
Twisted said it better. Bullheads are better known as whirly cats. Because that's all they do once you hook them. They just spin like a top on a line.
Hey, D. Smithy.
The bullheads, they love to spin once you hook them. They can't fight you. So they're the number one fish that likes to twist your line up all the time. You're reeling them in. They just whirl on your line like a top. A lot of people do call them, hey, Becca, welcome.
Rebecca is here.
Yep, back in the house.
But there's ponds up here. We can catch bullheads anywhere from 7 inches to 2 pounds or 3 pounds. And when we catch them, we'll take them to the rivers. Hey, Catfish and Crappie.
Well, we got
Welcome,
Mark
Mark.
up in here.
Mark's up in here.
Mark, I'm no Catfish and Katie Collins because she's got the best name in YouTube. but I'm trying to do the best here. Avid got in touch with me a little earlier. Katie had some technical difficulties, so you know how we are. We always help out our Catfish family, so I came up here to be a co-host. Our guest tonight was the Bullock Experience, so appreciate you coming in so much. Catfish Crappie, awesome job.
Another one that would be good for you to talk with about flathead catfishing is Mark with Catfish and Crappie.
Oh yeah.
Mark I fished with him.
See, I've been I've picked Epic's brain. I've picked a little bit of TBA's brain a little bit, since he's starting to do a little bit more on that. So yeah, I'll definitely hit Mark up.
If you're looking to target flatheads, Mark was in the middle of. Granted, it was the Saturday night version of Panfish Weekly, but he heard about Stan 3's flathead and like all that we got to stop. We're Mark here's flathead, and that's his fish. So
Mark is. He can tell you about the yellow bellies and the flathead controversy there. And I like the video that he did on one of his lives from the boat.
Yes.
He named one flathead the Shad, and the other one the Dockery.
Yes.
I love that. And neither one got hit, which was, I thought it was kind of epic.
Yeah, but Mark, one of Mark's, Mark is the host extraordinaire, Panfish Weekly. If you're not subbed to Panfish Weekly, quickly became one of my favorite shows.
I enjoy it.
Lyle Stokes and Mark from Catfish and Crappie. Mark, I'm not even trying to say your last name because to me your last name is Crappie, but the guests that they've had on top of guests that are just phenomenal with what they know. As far as guests that everybody knows, Babe Winkleman and O'Neill Williams from O'Neill Outside. I mean,
yes,
American icons for anybody that's watched outdoor TV before we had this great platform that we have now. I mean, I was just in awe. I'm like, I even told my wife, I'm like, it's Babe Winkleman. It's Babe, so like just total.
It's like when you get that girl, that giggly girl feelings, like it's like your idol. It's like your idol's like, oh
yeah. It was like Babe Winkleman. I think I've probably watched every single show he's had on TV, and his wife Chris always had the cooking part of it, and just because I lived in upstate New York, so it was pretty similar to the North type, same kind of seasons and stuff. So
yeah,
just
woo.
But that just shows what this community is like. Panfish Weekly, just like I was telling you, you fish a lot of creeks. Well, here's Panfish Weekly being loved by the catfish community.
Yeah,
because we love fishing. We just love fishing. We love the outdoors. So yeah, every Saturday instead of yeah, exactly, Mark. Yeah, that was. I was never the cartoon kid. I was. And I never really read books. I read every edition of Outdoor Life, Field and Stream, in Fisherman. I had the whole section of those North American blue books that I had that whole collection.
The Field and Stream stuff. I used to read that stuff sitting in the barbershop when I was a kid.
Oh, I had all of them. I had the subscription to them. I used to subscribe, where back in the day where you used to have to write the letter to like Jan's Netcraft and Mets and all those like that, and you get the actual catalog in. that was like that was me. So I've always been that fishing nerd or geek or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that was yes, Mark. Yes, I had Jimmy Houston. I got Jimmy Houston's book a few years back and loved it because I've always loved Jimmy Houston too. But yes.
All right, everybody. I'll be right back. I got to step out for a second.
Yeah, Outdoors Edition, Jesse from Outdoors. I have the North American fishing books. Yeah, they were an amazing. Back in the day, that was, you know, oh, Doug Staines, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, Twisted. Yeah, so this is, you know, this is back in the day for the younger generation. Oh, there we go. Catfish Country by Doug Staines. Yes, that man knew his he knew his fish species. That was just unbelievable. But yeah, that I loved all that kind of stuff. That was all that I read. That was all that I, you know, that was what I did. Thank you very much, Mark. Yeah, I'll definitely check into that. I loved him. He was another one, amazing. The information. And there's another one. He just passed away recently that I used to love. The Fishing Hole with Jerry. What was it? Jerry McInnes. He was another one that was awesome. Yeah. Bill Dance Outdoors. Oh, $9 used. I'm there, Mark. I'm getting it. Bill Dance Outdoors. Bill Dance, another one that you know, how many thousands and thousands of people across this country did Bill Dance teach that oh, yeah. You know, if you couldn't take fishing lightly watching Bill Dance, the bloopers that man went through, the trials and tribulations that Bill Dance went through, shutting his rods in the tailgate and the motors falling off the boat and banging his legs on the banging his legs on the bar coming out from the back of the truck that you put the hitch on. Just another one that Bill Dance was just. Oh, Ron Lindner, yes. Oh my goodness, did Ron Lindner just pass too? Oh my goodness.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That was crazy. Oh my goodness. The Lindners up there, just another in Fisherman. How many of you know, to me that was our American, to me that was my American icons. That was what I looked up to, the fishing communities and the yeah, my wife D Smithy always compared me to the Bill Dance because I've literally broken my ankle out fishing, just trying to get to the rod to catch the fish. Broke my ankle, but I still made it to the rod to catch the fish.
All right, Stan, I'm going to step away for just for a second.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry to keep you so long, Timmy. Timmy. Did it again. Yeah, in Fisherman. Mark, that's why we get along so well. I geek out at the same exact things. That's why I love the Lyle thing so much with the Panfish Weekly that y'all have been doing on the Saturday nights when he's just coming in and tying the jigs and we're all just sitting there having a good time and talking. And to me, that's what fishing is about. It's the community, it's the camaraderie, it's you know, that's what made you know, the old timers sitting at the bait shop. That was what they did. That was, you know, that was America. So
okay, thank you for covering for me. I'm back.
yeah, no. We lost our. I was talking so much, Avid, that we lost our guest.
I want to step back for a minute and touch on something that we were talking about earlier. Catfish and Crappie. He's an amazing person. I watched his live grow from the first time he stepped on my first live, which I'm not trying to brag about. And ever since then, he's exploded on live.
Oh,
He's taken his nightline fishing to a whole new epic level. I met him last year at the first meet and greet. He's calm, he's nice, he's friendly, he's a good man to know. And I tell you what, I cannot wait when he comes down here to where I can hook him into a big blue cat. That is my goal.
Hold on, Avid.
Hook him into a big cat.
Hold on, Avid. That's unless he comes out here to the James River first to catch the big blue cat with Stan 3 and I.
But see, Stan, you got to understand, he's closer to me than you.
I know. I'm just trying.
Who are we talking about now?
We're talking about catfish and crappie. We're both, we were talking about being, how we were talking before about being, we're fans of
Pain fish and all that stuff.
Yeah, Al Lidner and
oh yeah.
Now, we're Avid and I are both trying to get Mark Catfish and Crappie to come out here with us. I was on the first episode. You talk about someone that I was on the first episode of the Nightlines with Mark with Catfish and Crappie. So, and for a long time, I was the #1 watch show.
Yeah,
but yeah,
if you can put him on a big blue cat, you'd make my day.
Yeah, you too, Avid. I would that would be awesome.
Jesse, from Outdoors Addictions, if you can hook him into a 50+ pound cat, you'd be the man of the hour. But that'd be my day, just seeing Mark land a 50
I
like to be able just to pain fish with Mark.
Look, we're all fighting over you, Mark.
Listen, man, I fished with him twice. And I fished with him again. Even though the first few times I fished with him wasn't very long, but being a host at the meet and greet, you got to spend time with each person that's there.
Exactly.
Mark,
all I've got to say is Stan 3 has caught a couple of them this year already.
There's just a couple fishing trips I'd just like to hook up with him and Jason, just ourselves, and just fish with and talk and get to know each other.
But yeah,
I'd like to eventually get to the point where I can just travel and meet everybody, fish with everybody at least once.
Yeah, me and Mark, we have shared a beer on the bank. That was on my birthday weekend. I remember that.
39. Hey, Mark, they're getting close. Talking with Epic, and God bless him. He's right with a lot of those numbers and things like that. He said the flatheads just will not bite. I believe 39 above. He said he's never seen one bite below 39 degrees. And sure enough, with Stan 3's big flathead season 40 days away, there you go. He had found 50-degree temperature water. The rest of the river was in the low 40s. And he found the 50-degree weather, and bam, that 50-something pound flathead. So, yes, I totally agree with you, Mark. He's killing it. He's passed me. I gave him some basic information all these years, and he's just ran with it. So,
now,
but he's putting that time on the water too. That's what's helping him.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, there you go. 50. That was the actual. It was funny. There was a 54-pound flathead in 54-degree weather. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
that has a lot to do with it. Flathead,
54-degree water temperature, not weather. Water temperature.
like Mark says, I have not seen a flathead down here caught in anything less than 50 degrees.
Yeah.
Flatheads, they'll come alive. They'll get more active in waters that's 45 degrees and up.
And see, I've heard that. So that, I mean, if I'm going to target them, yeah, that's what I need to know.
You're looking at water temperatures that's on a rise from 45 up to 50 and above for flathead.
Yeah, the flathead is.
You want to start looking for underground brush piles, rock piles, trees, stuff like that, where you can use a catfish bobber and start dropping your baits above them at a certain depth. Just outside trees where the flatheads will come out and hit it. Then, yeah.
Exactly, Mark. And Twisted Fishing TV. That's right. You got an invite to go run steelhead fish. You know what? You go run steelhead fish because the flatheads are on hold till the warmer water. So that's what you do. You know, that's.
I'm not saying it can't be done, but we just know the water temperatures that they like to run in.
Exactly.
What's your wife talking about? Boat or kayak?
Oh, she's talking about stand 3. He doesn't care. He doesn't care if he's fishing from the bank, the kayak, a boat, a John boat, a paddle board. If he's out there, if he can go fishing, he'll go fishing. It doesn't matter what method he's fishing. That's been his life. When we lived on a lake as he was growing up, so he was fishing every day. That was the life that we taught him, and I thank God that I was able to provide that life. So,
yeah, you tell stand 3 go fishing on a boat, and he's like, "Where, when, where, how?"
It doesn't matter.
When we going?
Bank,
no,
boat.
You should be like, boat. He's
like, let's go fishing on a boat. He's like, it's already packed and ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah. So that's you know, and in talking with Epic, Tim Scott, that's a lot of his years coming up. That was the sacrifices on my live the other night. He was talking about where him and Sean would be like 3 days out fishing the same spot. And finally get in touch with the wives saying, "Hey, we're here eating chicken wings." And but yeah, that's
see, when I go bank fishing and I know I'm going to be off for a couple of days, I'll have everything loaded up in my truck, which I always have my tackle loaded up in my truck. I'll add either a barbecuer, a small grill, or I'll put a fish fryer in my truck and have the food and everything I want into my truck, in the cooler, go out to the lake from work or the riverbank I choose and get set up. My rod's out there and I'll put the food out and everything and start cooking. And I'll be there for days.
Hey, hello, Swamp Diver. Thank you for coming in. Yes, Twisted Fishing TV, under 45 degrees. Yeah, the flathead is the top predator fish. It will I blanked 3 days this week. 40. Yeah, there you go. Kevin Wallace.
Yeah.
A lot of the flathead it's a warmer water fish. It's still cold-blooded, which means that as that water warms up, it being a predator, its metabolism increases. And what does the predator do? It chases its prey. So as that water increases, the metabolism of the flathead increases. So it's going to go out and search for more prey. So that totally makes sense. The blue catfish are more cold water tolerant. That's why in the colder waters you'll catch predominantly a lot of your bigger blues because they can withstand those colder temperatures. They're still eating. I mean, a huge blue is 60, 70, 80 pounds. It has to eat. You know, it has to. The metabolism is slower, but it has to get some sort of. So you'll still catch those in some of those colder waters. Lynn from, gosh dang it, I can't remember his new channel name.
Catfish Fever and Outdoors.
There you go. Thank you so much. Everybody changes their name so much, but he's got that picture of the 43-pound blue through the ice. So that'll just tell you what blues will do. Yeah, twisted channels and blues don't care that it's cold. And the channels, I think the channels are the toughest fish of all of them because they'll eat in cold water, warm water, hot water. They will eat fresh bait, cut bait, stink bait. They're
the
typical,
garbage. We call them the garbage of the water.
They will go out and. No, Mark, you are exactly right. Daylight more so than water temperature.
This time of year, the daylight has a lot to do with it.
I'm sorry, Avid, what was that?
I said, in the wintertime, the daylight has a lot to do with it because it warms up the water. But the summertime, the nighttime is more active. We're bringing the catfish flatheads out to feed.
Oh, sure. But as far as signal in the different seasons, more so than temperature, temperatures can fluctuate. But your wintertime hours are pretty much a set thing. Your spring hours are pretty much, there's so many hours of sunlight in a day. Your winter, this fall and spring, there's a set time that the sun is up. So the fish, animals, all that use that. That's how they kind of signal that's why there can be different temperatures, but fish will act a certain way based on the daylight, the amount of daylight. So Mark is exactly right with that.
Yeah. And flathead.
Right, guys, I got about 6 more minutes and I got to get out of here.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm sorry. We get talking.
That's fine. No. Hey, that's fine. I want to stay on. I wanted to be on here as long as I could, but in about 6 more minutes, I got to cut out for work. Get some sleep so I can go to some work.
You got 6 more minutes. I know some of what you were talking about, especially Kevin before. Your channel is awesome channel, especially for those that are going from maybe just coming into catfish and your journey from you fished all your life, but you're going from smaller waters up into bigger waters. Yeah. Definitely watch Kelly, the Bullock Experience. Go along on that journey with him. He's got no personal best, so as he's catching these fish, it's going to be something awesome to watch. I can't wait to see you catch that, first 10, 15, 20-pound fish and just catfish and just kind of woo! It's just going to be an amazing excitement. Yeah, we all love that kind of thing. So
hopefully we get on that this weekend. Hopefully.
Oh yeah. You're supposed to go out with Lee Evans, right?
Yeah. So be looking for that. My wife and child will be gone Friday. They're leaving Friday for a wedding. So I've got Saturday all day. I got Saturday off. I don't have to work Saturday. So me and Lee and Evans, we're going to be hitting Will Green Lake.
And I've heard some from Lee Evans. He knows what he's talking about. Yep. So that should be an amazing.
He's going to try to help me get on my PB this time.
That's a great opportunity for you. He'll help you with those rigs and tying up and all those kind of things that, as you start out, those are the things that you need to learn for moving up to those next level catfish. So that's going to be an awesome experience for you. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to hear about it and see the videos from that or the lives or whatever you're going to do with that.
Yeah.
That should be a real awesome Bullock experience.
Oh yeah.
See what I did there?
Yep. I might even go Friday. I don't know yet. I might go Friday and do some creek fishing down here close by.
There you go. Get yourself some bait.
Give me some bait and stuff like that. Yep.
What are your closing thoughts before we head out?
To me, I've learned a lot. This is a great. Avid. I appreciate it for you letting me come in and just kind of boost my channel a little bit. to get me out there, people to know who I am, what I'm all about. So I mean, it's helped me. It's helped me learn a little bit more. I mean, like you all talked about with the rigs and the lines and the waters and fish and stuff like that. I mean, it's just I'm retaining every bit of it.
I gotta warn you though, Kelly. I gotta warn you. Once you get this catfish addiction, it just grows. There's no.
Oh, I know.
You know,
that's what my wife is afraid of. My wife is afraid of that.
Once you catch that catfish addiction, just look at your brother.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
But he's always been the fisherman. That's the thing. He's the one that got me doing all this stuff. He's always been the fisherman.
Well, me and your brother's been talking, so me and your brother's been talking. Now, don't you have a third brother that's also getting into catfishing too?
Do what?
Don't you have another one in your family besides you and your brother?
There's three. There's four of us.
Really?
Yeah. There's four of us Bullock boys. Yeah. Two of us live here in town. I've got one in Springfield, Missouri, and then Tim in Maryland.
And you're all getting into catfishing.
The one here, I doubt it. He ain't fishing at all much. Now the one in Missouri, I don't know if he's getting into that much more. If he's gonna get back into fishing or not. So.
Well, if he does, you can send him our way. We'll help him out.
Okay.
Hey, Mark, thank you so much. Mark just put that the Bullock experience out there. You know, you want to go watch somebody grow and be excited with him catching these new PBs and things like that. Thank you, Mark, for putting that out there. The Bullock experience. Y'all go.
Yeah, make sure you go in there and watch those videos. I've got some interesting road trip videos.
There you go, and hit that bell so when he does put out new things, you can watch and watch him grow and be excited with him.
Yeah, should
Kelly,
have an intro.
thank you so much. My gosh.
Yeah, should have an intro coming up.
Yeah, you're more welcome to come back up here anytime. Just let me know. We'll get you scheduled.
Okay.
Next time we'll probably have a beautiful female sitting there instead of.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. I hadn't really got to talk to Katie much, so except for through some chats. So it'd be interesting to really get to talk to her and her question me.
We'll do it again when she's able to get back up on here.
Yeah, definitely. Katie, I'm like I said, I'm no Katie Collins, and but yeah, Kelly, great. I've talked to you a few times. I love talking with you. Good luck. I wish you the best of luck with Lee Evans out there. Can't wait to see the PBs coming from you.
Yeah, me too.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm trying to help her with her technical difficulties. If you want to message me, I'll give you what I'm trying to do and planning on doing. I have half the funds I need to help Katie Collins. I just need to see if we get a few more donations on that project. So if you want to know anything, just message me on Facebook. And I'll give you a heads up of where I'm at on that one. Give an anchor. And I do thank the people that are helping me out with that project for Katie Collins. I will let her know that everybody that helps me with her, with that assistance for her, because I know she's at a point where she can't afford to get a new phone booster. You guys there?
Yeah, we're here. We hear you.
Yeah, we're here.
We were just letting you talk.
It just, she don't know I'm doing this yet. I'm trying to keep this down on a low.
Well, now you done blew it.
I know that. But me and her's been talking on Messenger, and I told her it's going to be it's the catfish community showing love to her because everybody loves her.
Yeah, and you've got a heart of gold, anyways.
I try to help people out that need help, and
you do.
Well, that's why I think Abbott and Katie are a great pair. They
absolutely.
rock these Sunday nights. The show is very successful, and Katie and Abbott together are a great pair. They both have that same kind of given heart, and they both bring their own thing to this show. And I hope that I've helped. I hope I didn't talk too much, because that's usually a problem I have. My mouth gets going and I don't know when to stop sometimes, but I hope that I helped.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss D. Smithy.
That's my
for
wife.
that anchor.
Her name
Anchor,
is
that's
Diane.
that's what our we're kind of looking at that for our logo, and that's when we were doing some of our lives, Rebecca was out there, and we were calling, instead of saying subs, it was anchors or family members or whatever. So
Substitutes.
yeah, so the anchors, the subs, the family members. She just joined the Bullock experience, so we appreciate
I appreciate that
Kelly.
definitely.
So we know we got you a few more extra people joined with you, so thank you so much.
Yep. But yeah, I gotta get off here. Got to get it. I think my alarm's set for 5:30.
There you go. Well,
So gotta hit the road, heading to Tennessee again.
Have a great day tomorrow.
I will.
Safe travels. Safe travels.
Yeah, I got a long road tomorrow, 150 miles round trip.
Well, God bless you. Safe travels, my friend.
75 miles back, huh?
Do what?
75 miles out and 75 miles back, huh?
Yep, I've got all the way from here all the way down to Huntsville, Tennessee, and back.
Wow.
So if you've seen that, I think it was the last road trip I had. I think the longest one I think was where I was left. It was on a Monday. That tells you how long of a trip I have. I think it was like an hour or something long drive back home.
I remember that one.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting ready to do tomorrow. That's that same trip.
That's why I'm glad I'm not a trucker no more.
I don't mind it. It's work.
Work. Me, trucker, and fishing don't mix. Catfishing and trucking does not mix. It may pay the bills and everything.
Oh yeah.
But it just takes away from time on the water, having fun catching those big cats and all that.
Thanks, JBT. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here and get some shut eye.
Safe travels to you. Appreciate all the things you do out there. Thanks for supporting everybody. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, and I appreciate you all letting me come on here and just to show who I am.
You're welcome. And next week we'll be having country catfishing, and the week after that will be Sabrina.
And hopefully it's Katie back up here.
Hopefully,
yeah.
If I get everything worked out right, she will be back up here on next Sunday.
Okay.
If everything falls in right, she should be back in here by Sunday night.
That'd be great.
You might be, but I might be dead, but I don't know.
But all right.
All right. Good night, Kelly.
All right. See you all.
I
appreciate it.
I'll have a year full.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are your thoughts, Stan?
I've had Kelly has been up on my lives before. He's his brother Timmy up there, Chesapeake Bay catfishing. Like I said, I fished with him personally in face to face before. So I think it's exciting that we get to watch if that he's coming into the catfishing community, and bam, he hits a 10 or a 15 pounder, and that's going to be the PB. I love watching that kind of growth thing up into the bigger fish. So
yeah, he's been one I've been wanting to get up here for a while, especially after talking to Chesapeake.
Mark, thank you so much.
Question,
Thank you so much. Katie is a sweetheart, and yeah, that's appreciate that, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. That will help her get what we need to get her back online by Sunday.
I hope Katie rewatches this. I hope Katie watches this episode, and I hope I did her. I hope I did a good Katie Collins. I tried my best.
She does say thank you for coming up here and being a co-host, for stepping in. But she was joking with me. When she found out who it was, she goes, "Couldn't you find someone better?" She said that, but she goes, "You did good. You did good." But I said, "Next time, give me a recommendation." I'm like, okay, who do I know? Who do I know? Okay, I'll just call this guy.
Abbott, I expect nothing less.
I love giving people grief, but she got me good on that one. I like that one. She got me good.
That's too funny. Katie knows how I feel about her, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I know. That's why she likes you and you like her, and you guys get along good.
That's what's great about this. You know, that's what's great about
that joke.
Yep, and that's what's great about this Catfish family. You know, that doesn't matter if you're just joining us and you're just joining us and you've got no subscribers, you have no intention of starting a YouTube thing, and you just like watching all of us. God bless you. We love you. And if you want to start a channel, God bless you. We love you. And if you're up to Chris Flores and Steve Douglas and Luke, you know, and with 1 million subscribers, God bless you. We love you. If you love this outdoors and the catfish mindset, and we love having all of you. So, all right, there you go, Kelly. 10 more. Excellent, excellent.
Keep going. I'm just entering a message.
Uh-oh. Well, Kelly gained 10, but Mark lost 1. I don't know.
Say what?
Kelly, the Bullock Experience, he gained 10 new family members tonight. And Catfish and Crappie, Mark lost 1. So
well, I was halfway through the show. I was at 99 subs. And now I'm down. Now I lost 4 subs, so I'm down to 96 again.
Oh my goodness! I better check my channel. Yes, thank you. Yes, please. Anybody out there? It's hard in these shows to find somebody that's not subbed to Mark from Catfish and Crappie. But if you're one of them, if you are one of them, please go sub to Catfish and Crappie. Please, you won't be disappointed.
That is one person, one channel I would tell everybody to go sub to and watch.
Yeah,
he's an amazing man. He has great videos from fishing. He has great live streams with awesome guests.
He does this this whole hosting thing that we're trying to do. Extraordinaire, and I've said that to him for a long time. He just brings a certain amount of entertainment to every live that he's up on panel on. It's just you enjoy listening to him.
Mark is a natural. He's got this down pat.
Yep. So what were your thoughts, Avid?
I'm liking this, but I like it better when I'm at home.
Yeah. And you like it better when Katie's here. I know, you can say it. It's okay.
Katie is great. Katie is a great co-host. That's why I've wanted a female co-host that's a catfishing person, to where they can bring their side of the catfishing experience to the screen, to the people of the catfish community, instead of just having another male co-host. That's why I was trying to go outside the box and bring something a little bit different in.
Yeah. Well, then you had to go and get me tonight, so.
Well, that's all right. But
there you
that's
go.
part of it.
JBT, Mark is his favorite live streamer.
I agree with that one.
All right, Wandering Fisherman, appreciate you being in here all night. Thank you so much. Thank you. JBT, awesome. Yeah. Like I said, he's one of my favorites too. Panfish Weekly, great show that he's on.
Now that I see him do his lives and the Panfish Weekly, he fits in Panfish Weekly like a hand in the glove.
Yep, that was perfect. And let's not forget Mark's, original channel, Catfish and Crappie.
Right.
He's doing his new Monday night show at 9 o'clock, right after Catfish Weekly. So
but let's not forget Lyle Stokes.
So
Lyle Stokes is an amazing man.
Yep.
He's a legend, and Lyle couldn't have picked anybody better to co-host than Catfish and Crappie.
I already loved the Monday nights with Catfish Weekly, and now that we got Catfish Weekly and
Panfish Weekly,
and we got Catfish Weekly, and then right after it at 9 o'clock, we got Mark with I don't know if he's changing the name for the show or not, but Nightlines at 9 o'clock on Monday nights, his first show this coming up Monday. Can't wait for that.
I think it's not gonna be Friday night Nightline. I think it's just gonna be Nightline Fishing.
Yeah.
Nightline Live.
Yep.
I don't know how much he's changed it or not. But
yeah.
I can't wait. Can't wait to see it tomorrow night. Can't wait to see Catfish Weekly. Then I can't wait for Catfish and Crappie Story.
Oh, he's not sure yet, and he said, "Yeah, he loves that." He just don't tell him. Just don't tell Lyle. It might go to his head.
Well, Mark, I consider him a father. I consider you a brother. And I know if I need to ever talk to you about anything, I got you on Messenger and stuff, so I can do that.
Too funny. All right, well, Avid, I don't know how many people we still got out there, but I thought it was a great show. How many?
We got 16 still in here.
16. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm great. Oh, Twisted, thank you so much. I'm definitely going to be really liked a lot what you said tonight, and I saw you a lot during the CatCon and stuff. Definitely, we think a lot alike. Glad to get to know you a little better, and really appreciated a lot of your opinions. Thank you so much. The chat, that's another thing that we are so lucky to have, is we have these great people. No matter what show it is, you have these great people that come out in the chat, and we can sit up here and talk, but if it's not for the chat that's out there supporting and talking and giving ideas, and how much easier is that when you've got that out there? It's just amazing the support that everybody shows.
I love the support, because things like helping a fellow catfishing person like Katie, or someone that needs help, they're there to step up to help them.
Yeah, but even just
not other communities on YouTube will do that.
I'm not even talking about that. That's amazing. That's absolutely above and beyond. But just your normal, hey, we're here, we're talking about this, and the people that come in and just help us get through the show, and they talk about the great subjects, and the chat keeps going. Just makes it so much easier to sit here and do this kind of thing.
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. It's not just the support that's in the chat. When you come in,
it's the whole thing.
It's the extra stuff they do. It's the extra things that they do.
Exactly.
That they don't have to do. But like any other community in YouTube, we as a catfishing community are more tighter knit that will help them. Other catfishing communities that I've been watching and looking at in YouTube, they don't do that. They'll send out thoughts and prayers, which is good, but they won't help out in any other way. Not like we do. That's what I'm trying to say.
Even my wife said it right there. Would have had no idea how many catfish and likewise minded people are out there, even locally. It's great that, like, Stan 3 has been hooking up with Dan from Green Machine Outdoors, and they've been going out, and Citation Smitty is another one locally here that they've been kind of getting together and sharing ideas, and you know, it's just amazing that there's this many people out there that think the same way about catfish that we do. So it's awesome.
I can't wait to see you go up to Elsan's neck of the woods and go fishing with him.
Oh, that we're supposed to be doing that this year. We've talked to we're supposed to be fishing with Mark and Haz and the Baltimore Angler, and you know, they may come down here even. We're supposed to be doing some kind of back and forth.
What about Nichols? He's up in that area.
Hey, if that happens, you know, that's you're talking a million subs there.
That's gonna be something else.
Yeah, that would be next level. That's just crazy.
That's gonna be going through the roof.
Yeah. Hopefully, you know, one day, you never know. But we're trying.
You could be fishing there with Elston, and next thing you know, you look over the shoulder, and there he is.
You never know. Elston is another one I would love to. You know, once this pandemic thing gets straightened up a little bit and different things happen. Elston knows how I feel about him, and that's something that we'll do when that time comes. And
you know, when you go fishing with Elston, that's gonna put you up 2 notches.
Yeah, well, thank you, Avid. Yes, I know, and I can't wait for that. And that's going to be just an amazing experience. And you know, Mark and I say Mark, Fish and Magician and Haz, they've had that experience of meeting him up there and stuff. So that's can't wait for that. And it's going to happen. You know, maybe another year or so. But this situation that the country's in right now, it'll get straightened out eventually. And
yeah. All right. Well, I'm not going to hold you up any more longer. I know you got stuff you need to do with your wife and everything, so I'm going to let you go.
All right.
Thank you for being a host and replacement for Katie.
Hey, Avid, you know, you and Katie, I think a lot about y'all, and you know, this isn't the first time. Anytime you need that, and you know, I'm always happy to help out. I love what you and Katie do here with promoting the younger channels and what y'all do to help out other people and bring people into our community. So always glad to help out.
You're welcome. And everybody in here, thank you for coming. Thank you for all the people that hit the thumbs up. Thank you for the mod for keeping it clean for the children that are in here and sharing the links. Keep your tight lines and good night. sweet dreams, and I'll see you next week.